Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's the Nerd Talk crew back with another episode of Nerd Talk with episode 226. I'm here with my awesome co-hosts, Tyler, John, and AJ. What's going on, everyone?
No, man. Went to a concert last night. My body's destroyed. Came back, recorded a video today with John, and absolutely hit the bed because I'm tired, bro. Last night was a night, bro.
What's going on, AJ?
No, I'm good. I thought we were. I don't know. We good. I'm good, man.
I mean, unless y'all want me to sit here and talk about Shinedown for 2 hours, you know.
No. I just didn't want to jump in front of nobody. Yeah, I'm good, man. Did some yard work today, some adulting. Recorded a couple videos actually. Set to come out later in the week. And got some food, and I'm here, man. I'm ready to talk Odyssey. I'm ready,
sir. John, what it do?
Not much, man. Just got back in the house from seeing Odyssey a second time. I saw it in Dolby this time.
Yes, sir.
And that was a loud experience. And
oh yeah. Did you hear the dialogue?
I know.
Barely.
Did you hear the dialogue?
He heard that Cyclops.
Right.
Yeah, man.
The Cyclops scene in Dolby, bro.
Crazy work. I'm doing good as well, guys. I had a pretty rough day. Had to do some training today at my job. We got some new employees, so I had to do training today. You feel like when you train someone, it's always the hardest day because you got to, be answering a lot of questions and doing a lot all the time.
Not for me, because it's just a lot of the same stuff.
Bro.
It depends on what you're doing, I guess, too. But
when I tell you, when I was working at Dairy Queen, really short story. When I was working at Dairy Queen, I was training somebody, bro. Just me and them. It was nobody else in the dead of summer. So that line was long. Out, like the line in the drive-thru was down the street. The line in front was all the way down the sidewalk. It was insane. And I had to train this person. Insane. But so I feel you. I say all that to say I feel you.
Yeah.
What's the one thing that you tell all the people that you train? This ain't how you supposed to do it.
This is how I do it.
Yeah.
And today, we doing it like this.
Yeah, we doing it like this. I say, this is how I do it. Don't worry about what they tell you to do. This is how I do it.
I tell them the job ain't that hard. Of course, they don't fucking listen. But.
And it's crazy because usually the job is not that hard. If you got common sense, you can do the job. It's that simple. But overall, my day was good, though. I ended up doing some adult stuff, too. I cleaned out my wife's car, and then we redid the bathroom. So you want to talk about adult stuff at the max, redoing your bathroom. That's a big adult step.
Bro, I got all that stuff as well.
I would rather redo the bathroom than clean out Stephanie's mess.
Well, the good thing is my wife's car wasn't that bad. We just really needed to clean it because it hasn't been cleaned since the winter. So I did a good vacuuming and cleaned off all her mats. Thank God she got rubber mats, so it's very easy to clean. So nice. It turned out pretty good. I'm actually proud of myself. I'm ready for my wife to post the videos of me cleaning it. But enough of that, you guys. Let's go ahead and get right into our topics, which I see you guys didn't put a topic in there, which I did put it in now because I definitely want to talk about it. I watched the trailer already 5 times already, and I definitely want to talk about it. Let's go ahead and move on to our first topic of the day. And of course, they released a new trailer for Clayface.
I didn't watch this, bro.
I didn't watch
it. Are you serious?
Brother, I put it in the chat. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, he definitely put it in the chat.
Why didn't you watch it? You put it in the chat.
No, I mean I put it in the chat that I didn't.
Why didn't you watch it? You put it in the chat, but you didn't watch it?
Yes. Because I know y'all might want to watch it. That's why.
Yeah.
But you didn't watch it.
No.
Well, I don't care if you didn't watch it because I'm going to talk about it.
I only watched it because I thought we was talking about it tonight.
Thank you. See, I'm not alone. All right, good.
He put in the chat.
Okay, I didn't intentionally.
We weren't going to talk about it.
I watched it before he said that.
Yeah, I
Oh.
did say that, but I didn't intentionally not watch it. I watched it, and then me and John had to record, and then John said, "You don't really need to watch it." So I was
Yeah,
like,
you
"Oh,
need to
okay."
watch it because this might be one of the best trailers of the year. This trailer was freaking awesome. This trailer hit so
John.
hard.
I think
This
somebody
trailer hit
liked it a
so
little bit
hard.
more than John.
This trailer hit so hard.
Yeah.
I told my
John
wife,
said.
I said, Steph, you gotta watch this.
Oh shoot.
Watch it. He watched it. She said, "What's this?" I said, "Let's watch." After the end, I had to tell her it was a Batman villain. I said, "Yeah, this is based off a Batman villain." She said,
Did we watch
"What?"
the same trailer?
This trailer was awesome, bro. I love this trailer.
I'm not. No. Don't get me wrong. The trailer's not. The trailer's not bad.
This
One of the
trailer's
best
awesome.
trailers of the year.
Yes, this trailer.
I need whatever you was drinking, man.
This
I need
trailer
some of
hit,
that.
bro. This trailer hit.
It
Hard.
was, I mean, it was cool. I liked it, but
Nah, this-
I prefer the teaser. The teaser was enough.
No,
for me.
this hit, bro. The
That's-
scene,
I think that's
the
why I
scene
didn't
with
like
the scene with him on the airplane, bro. I said, oh, that's gonna make me go in my chair. I'm ready for that. That's what type of stuff I'm ready for. The body horror.
That was the best.
The scene,
that was the best scene in the trailer.
scene of him in the bathtub looking like he was looking, and he freaking moved his face. And man,
That was in the teaser.
That was in the teaser. That was the end of the teaser.
But I don't remember the teaser that much. That's the thing. I don't remember the teaser that much. So, but seeing
It definitely
this, though,
reminds me of Cronenberg.
yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. A lot of people are saying
definitely
that
reminds me of
it's gonna be that type of body horror. I'm all for it though. I'm loving everything I'm seeing so far from this. And obviously, I don't know. I forgot if it's on my most anticipated of the year, but
It's my second.
I'm glad it's on. I'm glad it's on. I'm glad it's if it is
Yeah.
not on my list, it need to be. But
Best trailer of the year. That's crazy.
Over Dune 3?
I love
Dune
this
3?
trailer.
Over Dune 3?
So I didn't watch the Dune 3 trailer because I was hoping we were going to get it in IMAX.
You watched the first one? I'm talking about.
I watched the first one. That trailer was awesome.
Yeah,
too,
that Clayface trailer ain't better than none of the Dune 3 trailers.
Yeah, see, I haven't watched the newest Dune 3 trailer yet. So, but it's not the best. It's up there though. It's that for me. It's up there for me.
I'm looking forward to it. It's just I didn't
Yeah, me too.
intentionally watch it because one, I feel like we just got the teaser not too long ago, and so
It was
literally
like in April.
Really.
I think it was like in
a while
April.
ago.
It was a while ago.
April. Yeah.
You know,
But-
time moved like this. Come on, let's be real.
Yeah, I guess. But regardless, when I got the trailer today, I was like, already? Really? I guess we are.
Well, the movie
3
comes out in
months
October.
Yeah, like what,
We only
3
got a
months.
teaser.
Forgive me that Warner Brothers is actually marketing one of their superhero projects. You know, they tend to not do that. But yeah,
What do you mean? Every time one comes out, it's the best superhero movie ever made.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
I forgot.
The Flash.
Wonder Woman, Aquaman, The Flash,
Supergirl.
Right.
Supergirl.
Yo,
The movie looks great though. It does look good. I am looking forward to it. I just, like I said, I didn't intentionally watch the trailer because I feel like the teaser was enough. You know, if I get probably gonna get this trailer when I see End of Oak Street in a couple weeks, but if I don't, okay, I don't feel like I'm missing much. Like I said, the teaser sold me. The teaser did exactly what it needed to do. So
yeah.
I didn't feel like I needed more.
I feel very similar ways to that. Not that I'm like avoiding this trailer. I'm like, oh, you know, like that. But, yeah. But if I see it in theaters, I'll be happy for sure.
Yeah, like Tyler said, the teaser was enough. I liked the trailer. I didn't think it was better than the teaser, but you know, it didn't change my opinion on the movie.
Was it more of a story trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one thing they did confirm was that this is the same Clayface that's in Creature Commandos.
But something happens to that Clayface. Is this before season 1 or after?
I mean, I would
it
assume
has to
so.
be.
I would
Yeah, it has
assume
to be
it's before.
before.
Yeah, I would assume so.
It's before.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I don't even remember what you're talking about, to be honest.
I will say this:
he
dies,
doesn't he, in Creature Commandos? I think.
Dude, that was what, 2 years ago? I don't remember that.
Yeah, I
rewatched it. I rewatched it, so that's why I kind of remember.
I will say this: the way it looks, especially Gotham, I could see this taking place in Matt Reeves' universe, even though I know it's not. If they wanted to retcon it to be like that, it fits just based on the look and tone.
For sure.
It fits.
For sure. I'm with you on that. But yeah, that's our thoughts on the Clayface trailer. If you guys have seen it, let us know what you guys thought about in the comment section below. Let's go and move on to another trailer that we got hit with this week. And of course, that is Avengers Doomsday. We finally got the official trailer this Monday. And of course, tickets did go on sale. Hopefully everyone secured their tickets. Because right now they are selling like hotcakes. Well, at least the Infinity Vision screenings. Because the regular seats hasn't even been announced yet. So
Infinity Vision,
whatever the hell they
really is that what it is that?
Yeah, they only put
so
the formats.
So only Infinity Vision has been
those are the only tickets that have been released, not standard or any other versions. Because I tried to look them up to see if there's any other screenings for just that the format. It's not. There's no other version. So I was telling my brother. Because he was like, I want to get my tickets. Like, you don't have to rush because they didn't announce the standard versions yet. They didn't standard editions yet. So
I guess I got mine in Infinity Vision. I mean,
we all did.
Yeah, we all did.
I didn't realize that. I didn't know.
But yeah,
still
the
won't
trailer
know when I watch it.
I did a trailer reaction. It's actually up on the channel. I'm probably the one that likes it the most out of all these guys. If you guys watched my reaction, I actually found some really good enjoyment from it. I think the movie looks great. Obviously, all the shots of all the characters are, they're all crowd pleasers. It's great to see Thor interacting with the other heroes. The fact that he has the most of the dialogue in the trailer, I think, is dope. I didn't mention Robert Downey Jr.'s accent or his voice in the beginning of the trailer. I like his accent. I like his Latveria accent. I think it's pretty dope. I think the way he looks, what we've seen of him so far, I think I'm all for it. I'm all for it. It's so funny that they kind of do him a Thor slamming Stormbreaker on him, like how he tried to throw the axe at Thanos, and obviously the total opposite. Doom is not fazed by Stormbreaker. So I do like that. And like overall, I really dug this trailer. It is my second most anticipated movie of the year. Call me a fanboy, call me an idiot. I don't care. I love the Avenger movies, and the Russo brothers had not let us down yet. So, I mean, come on, let's be real. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on Doomsday on the trailer.
I'm kind of tired of the let's hate on the MCU for the sake of hating on the MCU. And I'm not one to not tell you if something is bad in the MCU. I will tell you straight to your face things are bad in the MCU. This movie, I kind of just want it to come out already so we can stop the discourse. Because it's kind of annoying and tiring, if I'm gonna be honest. Not that I don't like, theorizing and stuff. That's one thing. But the whole thing with, this came out of nowhere and it's like, you don't get tired. Oh, it looks like AI. You don't get tired. Just as a trailer, I like the trailer. I do. I watched it and I was like, that was cool. I enjoyed it. I've watched it a lot more times since it came out. And I like it. I like the trailer. It's a fun trailer. And I think the trailer, what it's proposing, some of it is what I want. The tone is fire. That's what I want. There wasn't a single joke in the trailer. It feels like shit is about to go down. I like that. I think personally, I've seen a lot of discourse on this. I don't get this personally. I think the visuals and the directing is fucking awesome, if I'm going to be honest. I really like the way this movie shot. And I really like the visuals. I think it looks cool. It's kind of funny seeing a lot of the shot. Like the main one was the Wakanda trailer, seeing the Wakanda shots in context in this trailer. It's like, what the fuck did they do to that teaser, bro?
Yeah, you see in this trailer is like water is surrounding them. It's like you see a water barrier which wasn't in that teaser. Which I'm like, oh, that shit look awesome.
Why are they in sand? Now we see there's water around them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's involving the Talokan, maybe.
Seeing, like we talked about this when we talked about the teasers, but seeing all these different characters interacting with one another, it's fun. That's the fun aspect of these Avengers movies.
And seeing Gambit fight Shang-Chi.
Yeah, it's cool. But trailer's not perfect, and we have some problems we need to address. The main one is that the threat of this movie, I don't feel that. It's one thing if we go from Avengers to Infinity War with this build up to Thanos, and we're like, oh man, he's getting the stones slowly one by one, and we keep hearing these stories, and then in Guardians of the Galaxy we get some of him in that movie, and we learn more about him a little bit. This trailer is the most we've seen of Doom before this movie. And we just get told, oh, this guy's bad. This guy's evil. We should run. Or we need to fight. Versus the perfect example, the Age of Ultron teaser. Now, the Age of Ultron teaser does not reflect the movie, unfortunately. But the Age of Ultron teaser, we all watched it. We was like, shit is about to go fucking down.
Yeah, I agree. I love that first teaser too. I love that teaser.
But the difference
I'm about to show you something beautiful.
In the Age of Ultron teaser, we see Ultron doing all these things. And we hear Ultron saying these things.
Yeah.
So it's coming from him versus Thor sitting in a room telling all these people, listen, we are in trouble. I tried to fight him and Lord knows what he did to him, but bottom line is he didn't win. We're screwed. How is that menacing? Like, we know there's a threat because we know Doctor Doom is a big deal.
Right.
But that I'm not feeling the threat other than you telling me. We don't see Doom other than him stopping Stormbreaker with 2 fingers. We don't see him do anything. We don't hear him say anything outside of the opening of the trailer.
Yeah.
So how am I supposed to believe he's a threat? We don't see a shot of him like kicking the shit out of the Avenger. I mean, who knows? We will get a second trailer, so who knows? Maybe we'll get it there. But the point is, I don't feel like, oh man, it's about to go down outside of the tone.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, a lot of these characters just are not established, man. And so outside of the Fox characters, because we grew up with them and Thor, really, it's kind of hard for me to give a shit about a lot of these people. I love the Thunderbolts because their movie was amazing. But like we joked about it earlier. If Shang-Chi tripped and fell into a ditch, do you think I'd care? No. I'd come on here and say I'm pissed about it, but I wouldn't sit here be upset about it. The same thing with Sam. I don't really care about Sam like that. I like him a lot, but not enough. And then the big Chris Evans sized elephant in the room, man. Now, I've seen some theories about this that, oh, it's not actually 2019 Steve. It's two. I've seen 2 theories. One doesn't really make any sense. The other one I kind of like. One is that it's Loki posing as Steve and that he's officially become worthy of Mjolnir.
He wouldn't be able to be worthy of Mjolnir.
No.
Well, no, after season 2 of Loki. I mean,
okay.
It's a possibility, yeah.
Maybe.
I don't think that's true.
Is this movie going to be intelligent enough to do something like that? I don't know.
I don't think that's the case.
If they did, okay, that's different.
I don't think that's the case.
The other theory is that it's a variant of Steve Rogers, so Captain Hydra, hypothetically.
I don't think that's the case either, because I don't think he'll be worthy of Mjolnir either.
I don't think
that's why I don't think any of those theories. Those can be debunked.
The point is, I would want it to be a variant, if possible. I don't know how, but I like people. I've seen people say that the Steve when he went back in time, he went back to Fantastic Four's universe. That's the universe he's been living in.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. That's what most
How
people
would
are
he
saying.
have done that?
I don't know. That's why I said I don't know. That's why I don't believe that theory either. I don't
Worse than the other two things I just said.
I don't even like that
Yeah,
theory.
it's facts.
I don't even like that theory when people are saying that. But I've seen people say it's like maybe he end up in Fantastic Four's universe. I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense.
That makes no sense.
But
the point is, I don't want this to be 2019, Steve. It probably is, for all we know. I don't feel a single thing for seeing him. I don't. A lot of Alex was one of them. The end of the trailer happened. My mother was right next to me. She about did a flip when she saw him grab that hammer.
Well, that's come from by Winter Soldier. He was my favorite character in MCU.
He is mine too. That's not the point. By the end of this trailer, that happened, and I was like, sure, okay, I guess. What role is he?
It doesn't help that he got his own teaser as well. We already know he's coming back, so the reveal is not big because we know it's not a reveal.
We know everything in this movie that was revealed in this trailer.
But believe it or not, even if it was a reveal, legit, I think I might have felt worse. To be honest, because I wouldn't have known, and then
felt something,
and then I would have been like, "Dude, what?" I don't know. A lot of the trailer I dug, and I'm looking forward to the movie. If you go back a year to where I was like, "Bro, I'm not looking forward to this movie at all," to now to where I'm like, I'm mildly intrigued in it. You know, it's drastic, but I'm hesitant. And it's like I told the guys, the trailer didn't wow me, but I'm intrigued. I think if they put their ass and their elbows into developing Doom, this could work. But I'm intrigued. That's the bottom line. I'm intrigued. I didn't hate the trailer. Seeing a lot of people saying this is one of the worst things I've ever seen. No, please stop it, bro. A trailer for a movie called Madam Web exists. Okay, stop it. I think the trailer was fine. It was fine. I think it did what it needed to do, personally. But if you don't feel certain things, that's not necessarily on you. That's on the development of this movie. This movie came out of nowhere. Literally out of nowhere. So instead of doing the smart decision, which was to delay this to 2029, and giving us solo movies that develop this movie properly, they instead decided to stand 10 toes deep, only delay it a year, and give us this movie. So this is the result of it. Truthfully, the movie looks better than I thought it would have for what I just described. But this is what we're dealt with now. I don't see a reality where this movie ends up being a 4.5 or a 5. But I just need it to be good or competent. And when I say competent, I don't mean Brave New World. That's a semi-competent movie to me. I need this to be solid. But I didn't hate the trailer. Bottom line, I didn't hate the trailer.
I'm going to keep it short and sweet. The trailer was good. I liked the trailer. I think the visuals, the direction, everything like that, technical aspects, very good. Throughout the trailer, I definitely smiled a lot, with, certain characters showing up, certain characters fighting each other, Gambit versus Shang-Chi. Who doesn't want to see something like that? Of course I smiled. Seeing Professor X and Magneto, like that's my childhood, bro. Like, how are you not supposed to smile at that?
Seeing Cyclops in his full costume, though.
Yo, that I was like, but then like after the trailer was over, I really had to sit with it. And I was like, what has this trailer given me to hook me into the movie? Like, what is this trailer doing that makes me like excited and hyped? Is it just the technical aspects? Is it just the
Oh,
Oh.
Feige got him.
You made a great point.
Am I
AJ.
there? Hello? Am I there?
You good? You good?
Yeah, you good.
Can y'all hear me?
It looked like you got. It looked like
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, Marvel cut you off.
Yeah,
I can't hear you. That's
You
crazy.
can't hear us?
yeah, we can hear you.
Crap.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Of course I have.
Eight.
I always have issues, bro. All right, I guess I'm just gonna say whatever. Whatever I was gonna say. Yeah, what's really grabbing me, bro? Like, Doom is not like Tyler was saying. Doom is not established in this universe. Thanos was barely established, but we felt those. We felt the lead up to that. We didn't feel any lead up to this, so that's my issue. How is this gonna make sense? How are these people gonna be all together? Like it feels like this movie might be a mess. I feel like they have to pull off a miracle to make this movie work,
That's what Thor
to
said.
make this
Yeah.
movie
We need a
make
miracle.
sense within the continuity of the MCU. The MCU is already so out there with everything, but to make this make sense in the continuity of the MCU, it's gonna take a miracle. The Russo brothers up for the task. We'll see. We'll see if they pull it off. But I'm terrified for this movie. It didn't really make me feel that much other than nostalgia and seeing people fight against the screen, at the screen. But I didn't feel anything emotionally, and that's what I was kind of looking forward to with this trailer. If they would have focused on Doom in this trailer and made it kind of a story trailer, I probably would have gravitated to it a little bit more. Um, I was talking in the chat about reveals and stuff. There was nothing that I didn't know going into this trailer, walking out of the trailer. And Tyler was like, well, they're not going to reveal anything. I was like, well, I don't really need like reveals like characters, but I need to know something that I didn't know before, walking away from this trailer. And it just didn't give me that. So I'm saying all that to say, I got my tickets already. I'm gonna see it.
Yeah.
But I'm terrified that it's just gonna be a mess. And I hope that it's not. Like, I'm not one of the people that's like, oh, it's gonna be a mess. I hope that it's gonna fail because it's gonna be a mess. No, I hope that it's good. I really want it to be. I just don't know how it's gonna work. And that's all I got to say about it. I hope that it works.
Sure.
Mr.
Stewart.
And I will be right back.
I liked
it. I
it.
cannot hear.
Okay. I liked it.
There we go.
I had a smile on my face the whole time watching the trailer. But it was largely like AJ said, it was mostly nostalgia. There was a description of this trailer that came out when all the character teasers came out, and this trailer was exactly that description.
The CinemaCon trailer. That's what it says.
Yeah, it's the CinemaCon trailer, and we got a description of it. So while watching it, I was happy to see all these characters, but I felt like I had seen this trailer already. Like AJ said, there was nothing in the trailer that I didn't already know, and that left me disappointed. I hope that this movie is I'm not gonna say that I hope this movie. I know this movie is gonna be good. I hope it's great. I don't think that this movie is gonna be bad. I just wish I was more excited for it. There's been no like build up in universe to this movie. There's been build up outside of it.
That's the big issue with this movie.
Yeah, but there's no in universe build up. When it came to Thanos, we got two post credit scenes and a scene in Guardians of the Galaxy, as well as one or two scenes of them mentioning Thanos and the Infinity Stones. We don't get that with Doom, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh, we didn't get that with Ultron." I'm like, you can't compare Ultron to Doom.
No,
Doom.
not.
Yeah, like they making this dude out to be worse than Thanos.
Right.
We don't feel that.
That's what the Russo brothers say.
Yeah.
Russo brothers
Also-
say he's worse than Thanos.
Also, Ultron was Tony's creation. So it was like an internal villain rather than somebody that's coming out of nowhere.
Right.
No, I liked it. I watched it twice, once by myself, once with my wife. I think it's gonna be good. I hope it's gonna be great, but we'll see.
Yeah. Like I said, the main issue with this movie is that there's no buildup. We all know that for sure. Obviously, they were doing King Dynasty, that fell through. Then they brought in the whole Doom plot line, which I understand why they didn't do that in the first place. They were going to do Secret Wars anyway. Because I knew Secret Wars already planned, but I mean, you got to introduce Doom because Doom is a big, especially if they're doing the run that Doom is a part of. He has to be introduced anyway. So I understand why that wasn't the plan to begin with, to introduce him before. But that's the main issue. Like, we can't really, when people are comparing it to the Infinity Saga, we're not in the same ballpark when it comes to the Infinity Saga. We could tell they had a certain plan going into Infinity War and Endgame. We clearly know, we see it feels like there's no plan going into Secret Wars.
It's frustrating when it's the same people in charge.
Yeah, of course, I agree.
It's not even different administration. It's the same people.
I agree. And I know Kevin Feige's probably sitting there not very, very upset about, obviously, the last two movies not doing well, obviously, in the box office. They haven't cracked the billion since Deadpool Wolverine. So
you mean the guy that said he feels like a complete loser for not making Blade?
Like, that's the same guy, yeah. I'm sure he's feeling very disappointed that it's not working like it was when he was doing those movies before.
And I said this when after Endgame came out. I was like, as much as I love this universe, I feel like eventually it's going to implode on itself, and it is happening in real time.
It's happening.
Yeah.
And
I hate that I'm right, but
well, I was saying this in the middle of Phase 4, and I was getting called crazy. I was like, bro, what are we doing here? And I had people telling me, oh, the story's going to formulate at some point.
yeah. We were hoping. We were hoping.
Are we at some point? Are we at some point?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were hoping, but
yeah, man.
The other thing I want to talk about before we move on, we've gotten details on this Endgame re-release that we're getting in September, to which we just thought, oh, we're putting Endgame back in the theater to have some fun and to make it more in the box office, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. We got details that apparently this is going to be required viewing for Doomsday, to where we're going to get a new opening scene, we're going to get a new ending scene, we're going to get a post-credit scene, and some other things that are going to lead into
Doomsday.
Required,
because they're going to be on TikTok and Instagram the next day. So,
I mean,
yep, that's probably how I'll be watching it.
I mean, I was going to see Endgame in the theater again, regardless. But I don't like that. I don't like that. This should have been like, hey, let's go run it back. Let's have some fun in the theater. Let's watch Endgame again. Now it's, oh man, I can't wait to see how they tie this into Doomsday. And the other thing is, why are you going back to a movie that's upteenth years old now and changing it so that way you can attempt to make this make sense?
Yeah, that's not the reason why they're doing it.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah,
it's beyond stupid.
So I don't mind them releasing it, but I don't think it needs to. I don't think they need to tie it in. Just releasing it and put a post credit scene that's leading to Doomsday. It don't have to say it's because of this movie. Like it's Marvel. Just put it in credit scene. Just put it in credit scene, giving us a scene, that's leading into Doomsday. It don't have to say because of Endgame.
We're getting one for Brand New Day, but what you should have done, of which I'm speaking Chinese when I say this, apparently, why didn't you just give Doom a feature presentation?
Or like someone said in the chat, give him his own teaser, like how Thor and Captain
America,
give him his own teaser.
Yeah, that would have solved a lot of problems.
All the issues for sure.
I don't understand why they didn't just give him a feature presentation on Disney Plus. Oh, Robert Downey Jr. doesn't want to do something for Disney Plus. Brother, you're paying him $1 bajillion for this movie. I'm pretty sure he can do you the fucking favor for the attempt of making this make sense.
I personally would prefer a Doom centric teaser over a feature presentation.
But regardless, do something versus just here it is. Here's your 7 more minutes of Endgame to make this make sense. No, bro.
Now
that's
see
not
that
how it works.
now see what bothers me about that is that they announced it.
Yeah.
If they had just said we're gonna put Endgame in the theater and let it be a surprise that Doom shit was gonna be in there, that would have been totally fine.
Well, it would have been a surprise for 30 seconds,
but the fact that they announced it they making it feel like it's required viewing, and that I don't like that.
Yeah. But it's like I said, it's going to be online anyway. Someone's going to bring their phone. Someone's going to record it. Be like, hey, just to get viral on TikTok or Instagram, whatever. These are the scenes that you missed from Endgame. I'm going to watch New Rock Stars. That's the channel I love that breaks down shit. They're going to break down the scene and say, this is what was in Doomsday, or this was Endgame that you missed, blah, blah, blah. This is what connects it.
First of all, those scenes better be finished. So help me if those scenes are put in this movie and they got goofy CGI on it. Remember that when they put Endgame back in the theater and they put like unfinished scenes? Yes, bro. So help me if those scenes are unfinished, bro.
Oh, they do that.
Yo, I forgot about that. That was bad.
Yo, they put a whole scene that wasn't finished in the movie.
That was so bad.
They're trying. They're trying. They're not trying enough. They should
watch
just
watch the special stuff for that be just like nothing. They're gonna show the side of his face, bro. I just feel like
it's gonna be a glorified Fantastic Four post credit scene. That's what it's gonna be.
Or it's gonna be a Captain America scene. It's gonna be him. It's gonna be the end scene. We see Cap go see Peggy. It's gonna be
We're gonna see him have his baby.
Mm-hmm. That's what's gonna be involved with.
You're gonna see them dancing. You're gonna see a little portal pop out and Doom. It's like I don't know,
but yeah, I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I'm probably like AJ. I'm probably not gonna go see the re-release. I'll just wait for the clips to go online. I'll wait for someone to talk about it online. That's what I'll wait for.
I'm gonna go, bro. The chance to relive one of the greatest theater experiences ever again in Manhattan. Hell yeah, bro. Run it back.
It's not gonna be the same though.
Yes, it is.
You've seen the movie.
Hey, bro, it don't matter.
You've seen the movie like 20 times, bro.
You sounded like somebody that's never seen a movie in NYC before, bro. In a packed theater, bro. Bro, you do know when I went to go see No Way Home again, it was the exact same.
But I'm saying you're not gonna have the same feelings because you've seen the movie so many times.
But that was the same case with No Way Home, and the theater reaction was still fantastic, bro. That's my point. I'm going for the theater reaction.
I hope you enjoy that. I do. I'm being genuine.
For sure. All right, you guys. That's our thoughts on the Doomsday trailer. If you guys have seen it, I know everyone have seen it. Let us know what you guys thought about in the comment section below. Let me know if you got your tickets as well. So let's go ahead and move on to our next topic of the day. And of course, that is House of the Dragon Season 3, Episode 50. So we got 3 more episodes left. That's crazy work.
Damn, this season's flying by.
This season is flying. And right off the bat, this was a sleeper, guys. These last couple episodes have been kind of sleepers.
No, episode 4 was good. Bro.
Episode 4 was good. It was good, but it's meandering, man. It's like we're kind of just treading the water now. I like everything with.
I think the issue is what I think the issue is that episodes 1 to 3 were so like throwing everything at you. Episode 3 was a little bit slower than 2, but it was still a lot of things happening.
Yeah.
And so they finally decided to slow the pace down, which, sure, you know, we can't all be Game of Thrones season 4.
Yeah.
But I do feel like next week is going to pick it up a little bit. Next week looked a little bit better.
I think we obviously the main issue we have with this show is that, I mean, I care about the central characters, but I don't at the same time. I don't care about Kristen Cole and what he got going on. I don't care about
The
new
problem
character that's taking over this city. I don't care about any of this stuff that's happening.
No, I gotta disagree with that.
I don't
The
care
stuff
about any. I don't
with
care about this
Hightower,
other.
bro. Nah, bro.
I'm not feeling
feeling
any
you.
of that. I'm not feeling that he has Allison's son and all this stuff. I'm not feeling that either. It's we got, and like I said, it's Game of Thrones. Obviously, it's a lot of different storylines going on throughout the entire Westeros, and it's just right now. It's like I'm trying to follow. I'm like, okay, this is where this person is. This is where this is now. You know, Rhaenyra is doing this. Like at this point, I'm just like, okay, like it's a lot going on, but it's like I said, episode 4 was good. Episode 5, no, I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it.
I thought episode 5 was good, but it was drastically slow. The Kristen Cole thing, I'm enjoying it, but the reason why there's not a lot of investment in it is because this dude's been on the back burner.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's funny. I even said it the last time we talked. Me and AJ talked about House of the Dragon. I think it was before Inception. I was like, bro, Kristen Cole was a main player, and now this dude is just
he's like
doing nothing.
He's like the 7th main character of the show. Like we do not care about anything. That
and now they want to bring him back and say, no, this is his thing. It's like, well, I'm fine with that, but start the season with that.
Yeah.
Now we're halfway through the season, and now you want me to buy into it. It's like I like what's happening, but how is he going to factor into this? Really, is he really gonna help Team Green take back the throne?
Right.
I don't know. I really don't know. For all we know, they get back to King's Landing and they take the throne, and then fucking he cuts off somebody's head. It's like, no, I'm the king of Westeros now.
Yeah. See, that's the thing.
I don't know.
At this point, I'm like,
I see him trying to do that and biting the dust. That's what I see happening.
At this point, I'm ready to see how this is going to play out, because I feel like they still setting up a ton of stuff. We only got 3 more episodes left. It's like, okay, like what is the end goal of this season? Because I don't get it. Okay, Rhaenyra got the throne, and now she's trying to fix what she can of, her King's Landing and all this stuff. She's trying to figure out how to do the right thing. But at the same time, she got these other enemies that's going against her. She doesn't know who she can trust. She got Allison kind of like locked up, and also as counsel. It's very strange how they got what's going on.
I gotta disagree with you on the Hightower stuff, man. Ormond Hightower, he's becoming one of my favorites, bro. I'm digging it.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm digging it. I'm digging his role, and I'm digging the fact that they went in there guns blazing and took King's Landing. That's cool, but now it looks like by the end of the season, it's about to go down, and I think they're gone by the end of the season.
Yeah, that's why I'm ready to see where it leads up to. But
I'm liking the stuff with Ormond Hightower. I think he's great. I'm digging him as an antagonist. I like that he's residing in King's Landing and they have no idea what the hell's going on. All the gold cloaks are biting the dust.
Yeah,
and Matt's
that was
Damon's
cool.
like, what the hell is going on?
That was pretty cool.
The stuff I am absolutely not feeling.
What about the Aemon stuff,
dude?
And Harrenhal, all this stuff.
Wait, before I talk about this, the stuff with Aegon, I'm liking that too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how you feeling about that. I'm really liking the stuff with Aegon.
I'm up and down with his character. It's like at this point, it's just like that's another, I guess, question. What is his end goal? What is his end game?
Well, the plan should be for him to go and kill Aemon.
Right.
That should be the goal. Are they gonna do that? I don't know, but the stuff with Aegon, I'm digging it. I'm digging it, and as long as it has a cool payoff, I'm fine with it. But if it doesn't, then this is all for nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
Now we get the stuff with Aemon, bro. Does Harrenhal just have a fucking curse on it to where any character that goes there just becomes the most boring character known to man? Poor Daemon was stuck there for like 6 episodes doing nothing. And now we have Aemon, who at the beginning of the season, I was like, yeah, I'm really dig. He came off of season 2. They gave him a lot of good stuff there. Now we're back with him and Harrenhal. And I'm just like, what are we doing here, bro? The witch character is cool. I'm intrigued by her. But what are we actually doing here? He went to Harrenhal for what? Was it to kill Damon? That he thought he was still there?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think Damon was there at the time. I thought it was.
No, but I'm saying that is that why Aemon went to Harrenhal?
No, I think it was for another goal. I think they were going to try to take that castle for other reasons because it's a stronghold.
I guess this fucking castle of nothing is that's what I said this to my mom. I was like, what the fuck is the obsession with Harrenhal?
Yes.
It's a fucking destroyed castle, bro.
Yes.
What is the problem?
Even the witch wanted it. She like, I want the castle. It's like, why? Why do you want this castle?
But she's weird and freaky. And so, like, fine. I understand that. But like from a military standpoint in Westeros, why would you want that? There's nothing there. It's destroyed.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That whole storyline's weird. That's another one I'm not feeling.
I don't know what we're doing with Aemon. Get him the fuck out of there, bro. Please. Please get him out of there because I cannot stand how we went from season 2, him being one of the best characters, to just he's in nothing right now.
Yeah.
Get him the fuck out of there.
Him and Kristen Cole, they just swept them under.
What is it going to be that he brings the witch to King's Landing or wherever Team Green's at?
I think they're setting up that they're eventually going to end up being together for some reason. I don't know why.
And like the witch is going to be the witch is going to be Team Green's secret weapon. You don't need that. You really don't. Ormond Hightower is destroying King's Landing right now.
Right.
He's killing gold cloaks left and right without anybody knowing. Do you really think you need more? And then Kristen Cole's on demon timing? Come on, bro. You don't need a witch. You really don't. I think that's when Game of Thrones kind of when they start getting into the sorcery, because even the original show, they had that girl be there for not too long.
The red lady, I don't know. She was there since season 2. She went all the way to season 8.
Was it season 2?
She was starting in season 2. Yeah,
I thought she was there later than that.
She was there most of the whole time. Yeah, because she was with what's his name? The brother. I can't think of his name, but the one that was trying to take the throne the whole time.
But I'm digging this. I'm digging this season. This season's better than season 2.
I'll give you that. This season is definitely better.
It doesn't feel like work watching that. Last season felt like fucking work every week. This season, it's still moving. This episode was slow, but it still moves things.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And next week looks a little bit better.
Yeah.
Hopefully this was the slow point, and then we get 3 episodes of fast pace, and we ended okay.
Right.
But I liked it.
For sure. So that's our thoughts on House of the Dragon season 3 episode 5. If you guys have watched it, let us know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. Now let's go ahead and move on to our main topic of the day. And of course, that is we're going to talk about the Odyssey in spoilers. If you guys have not seen the Odyssey, we'll be talking about spoilers, talk about favorite moments, favorite scenes, favorite characters, all that type of stuff. So if you haven't seen it, like the video, go see it, then come back to this part to talk spoilers with us in the comment section below. So you guys want to give off first initial thoughts of the movie. I'm gonna have Tyler go first to give his initial thoughts.
I don't have that much more
time. My bad.
So
go ahead.
I'll just give my quick thoughts. Bottom line, I loved it. Bottom line, I loved it. Yes, I probably have more nitpicks and little things to say here and there than the other guys here, but I loved the movie. I thought the visuals, the performances, just everything pretty much across the board was amazing. I have not seen the source material. I haven't read the source material, and I haven't seen any previous iterations of this story. So there's that. But
you have seen
all in all, this movie was phenomenal, and it was by my favorite director of all time. So that's the bottom line here. I know that y'all are gonna get into details more. I wish I could stay and talk more details, but overall, this was dope. Was it perfect to me? Not quite, but it was very close.
You have seen other iterations of the Odyssey.
I have?
Yeah.
You're gonna make a joke, aren't you? What?
SpongeBob movie.
SpongeBob movie?
SpongeBob
Yeah, I
movie.
seen that meme,
100%.
bro.
So I
Yo,
said that
the
meme.
memes have been
it is
popping
100%
bro.
the Odyssey. Like
The
that's not
memes
that's
like
not even a
lately.
joke.
So the memes for the Odyssey and the
Oh,
Doomsday trailer, cinema. I love the memes. The memes have been amazing.
I'm a
But yeah,
goofy go back.
Yeah, you missed that part. Where was that? Robert Pattinson getting on the table going crazy. I needed that.
Get the spears.
Getting-
Oh, that shit been insane, bro.
Bruh.
We'll get into that later.
That Alex, go for it. You didn't put out a review, man.
Well, I did. I meant to review it, which I still haven't done yet. And obviously, these last couple of days has been pretty crazy. I haven't really had time to sit down and actually talk about this movie. Also, I'm having audio issues, so that's probably why as well. My phone isn't acting correctly for my microphone, so I've been very conscious of making videos. But overall, I thought this movie is fantastic. I a movie is great when you can't stop thinking about it. I went back and rewatched trailers because I want to see the movie, but obviously I haven't been able to go see it. So I've just been watching every single trailer just to get some glimpse of this movie. Christopher Nolan knocked it. Yeah, Christopher Nolan knocked it out. Christopher Nolan knocked it out of the park.
yes,
This is definitely not the typical thing he does. The fact that he was kind of straightforward with telling the story, telling the myth, giving us some of these mythical things, which he's never really done something like this before. It makes me think I'm ready for him to go in other wheelhouses, man. Is he going to go into horror? I'm really intrigued to see whether or not he's going to do that. Because if he can do something like this, he definitely can go in other genres. He can be that Spielberg where he can do different genres,
And there were definitely horror elements to this movie, bro.
Yes.
There were definitely horror elements. I said, Nolan, bro.
Like we got to give credit to also the other, obviously directing was well, but we got to give credit to the costumes, the set designs, the production design. The fact that they built that entire city, like everything you see in camera was built. He used special effects, but he used a lot of stuff in camera, and that's a feat to do, and I appreciate all that stuff, man. The performances were right off the bat. Matt Damon fucking killed this role. If he does not get nominated, I'm not watching the Academy Awards. He doesn't get nominated.
Boycott the Academy.
Yeah, I'm boycotting for sure. I'm not watching it because he definitely deserved a nomination. He was fantastic. He carried the movie for me, man. I believed everything he said. I believe everything. I believe his character. And obviously all the other characters. Anne Hathaway was great. Tom Holland was great. John Leguizamo freaking surprised the hell out of me how good he was. Robert Pattinson.
I ain't never seen him like that, bro.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson obviously was Robert Pattinson. Fucking killed it.
Seeing John Leguizamo in Spawn versus
compared to this, yes, yeah,
what?
For sure,
is this
bro.
the same person?
And he's been he's popped up in a lot of different movies. Like I remember when I saw him. I don't know if you guys ever seen this movie, but he was in this movie. He was in Assault on Precinct 13 with Ethan Hawke and Lawrence Fishburne. He plays like a criminal that gets arrested, and he's obviously a totally different character from this. Like he's a great character actor for sure. And he obviously kills it in this role as well. I think this is a masterclass. I think this is his masterpiece. I don't care what nobody say. And
it's very good.
I want to watch it again. I want to watch it again.
Me too.
For sure.
My wife is going tomorrow without me.
See you, Chum.
I got things to do.
For sure. Go ahead, Tyler.
I remember when this movie got announced, I was kind of down on it. I was like, oh, another book adaptation. Because Oppenheimer's based on a book, right?
It is.
Yeah.
But it's real.
I know that.
Yeah, it is based on a book.
I know it's based on a book. I was just kind of like, another adaptation? Like, call me selfish. I really want to see another Tenet or Inception. Even something like Interstellar, even though it's not my favorite. Just blow my fucking mind, please. So when they announced this, bro. I was like, okay. And I know people look at me like I got 8 heads when I say this. I never heard of the Odyssey before the announcement of this movie. I was like, what is that? Everyone was like, you never read the Odyssey? I was like, no, I didn't.
And you never heard
Why?
of it. That's crazy.
But
Yeah,
no, that's the issue. Not reading it is one
Because I
thing.
never
Not
read it.
hearing
but-
of it.
Yeah, same. I never
Why?
read
I
it,
was
but I've
like,
heard of it.
I'm sorry, my high school sucked. I don't know.
Well, that's the
It's
thing.
only-
That's they just they stopped teaching it because that's why I feel like they
guess.
stopped teaching it because I didn't read it in high school. A lot of people say they read it in high school. I never read it I never read it. I was never
Yeah, me
taught it
either.
in high school.
Me either. But I
I
heard
don't
of
know.
it. I heard of people in other classes reading it.
Right,
But
right.
not me.
I don't know. Regardless, I'd never heard of the source material, and so a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, this is gonna be amazing!" I was like, I mean, it could be. It's Nolan. It could be. And so we started getting some of the set photos and stuff, and I was like, "Dude, this looks like it's gonna be nuts, bro."
The cast. When the
Yeah.
cast got
Well,
announced.
At this
Mhm.
point, we're at a point
It's
where
like-
Nolan's casts are, oh, that person's in it, yeah, okay. Oh, that person's in it, yeah,
Yo,
okay.
Oppenheimer was insane.
Yeah.
It's like
Yo, there was so many people in Oppenheimer. Oh my god.
Yes.
can't even
Josh
keep track.
Peck, bro. Josh Peck, bro.
Yeah, that's random as hell, bro.
But
Yo, they
Jack Quaid.
crazy.
Jack Quaid was in that.
Okay.
Well, was
They
Benny
had
Safdie in
Roderick-
that one too?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a huge.
He was the dude that made the hydrogen bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless,
Got him on speed dial. You got him on speed dial.
yeah.
You available?
He had Roderick from Diary of a Wimpy Kid, bro. Roderick Rose, man.
Then we got the teaser. I think it was in front of Fantastic Four. If it wasn't Fantastic Four, it was Jurassic World, but they didn't have Jurassic World in IMAX, so it was Fantastic Four that I first saw it in IMAX, and I was like, "Oh, that looks really cool," Then we got the prologue in front of Avatar: Way of Water. Oh no, Fire and Ash, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is going to be nuts, brother." And just everything after that, I was like, yo, this is gonna be nuts, man. I still have my reservations because I wasn't really connecting with the source material, from the trailers. I was like, very hit or miss with the the Greek mythology stuff. Even when John suggested we watch Troy, I was like, oh no, that's not really my kind of movie, man. I saw this. I was supposed to see it for the first time this Saturday, but my theater put in a new Dolby theater, and I was like, "Oh, I want to try it. Brand new spanking theater, right? Let's go see the Odyssey." I can't recall the last time I watched the movie, and when it ended, I had tears in my eyes from how good it was. And I just when it ended, I sat forward. I had my hands on my head, just sitting there like, bro. My brother looked at me and started laughing because I was just in fucking disbelief, bro. This movie was incredible. From start to end. I was just sitting there from start to end, just smiling, bro. Like, this movie was fantastic. And this movie has agendas out the rear about it. I really don't care, bro. I don't. I'm sorry. I go to the theaters to watch movies. I don't go to the theaters to watch to think about agendas and shit. I had enough of that this year with Scream 7 with Melissa Barrera and all that crap. I'm tired. I just want to watch good movies. And this was a good movie. Everything was phenomenal. Everything. There wasn't a single thing in this movie where I was like, yeah, I don't know about that. And it's been a while.
It was a good day to be a film fan for sure. It's a good day to be a film fan.
It's been a while since I've watched a movie this good. Even my favorite movie of last year, which was Weapons, this movie clears that 8 times over. I loved this movie from start. I know a lot of people were saying Project Hail Mary is the best movie of the year. No, as good as Project Hail Mary was, this was good, like really fucking good. And I saw it twice. This movie in IMAX was an experience.
Recommended IMAX for sure.
It's just, it was incredible. It was, a big movie, and I can't tell you the last. I guess Project Hail Mary too. Project Hail Mary was a very big movie, and I loved seeing that in the theater. But this movie just feels epic, and not for the sake of just being epic. It is epic. It was incredible. I loved it, and all the people preying on the downfall of it. I hate to break it to you, it ain't happening. So sit there and cry about it, bro. We up, bro. Nolan's up, way up.
For sure.
We gonna stay up, bro. I don't think a single movie other than Doom Part 3 has a chance of being better than this. And even if, it's gonna be hard, really hard, for Doom Part 3 to be better than this. But we have attachment with 2 movies before, so. But it was fantastic, bro. As a Nolan fan, it was fantastic. As a film fan, it was fantastic. I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Sure.
A face, a fleet, a war. This movie was fucking fantastic. This is hands down the best movie of the year. Unequivocally, it's the best movie of the year. As a huge Nolan fan, I was already excited for Christopher Nolan's next movie, especially after Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer is a fantastic movie. And I am absolutely the biggest fan of Greek mythology, of the people here. I have read the Odyssey once on my own. I didn't read it in school. I'm a fucking nerd. So I read the Iliad in school. We watched Troy in school, and that made me want to read the Odyssey. And I didn't remember a whole lot. I remember the major plot points. Because it is the at least the translation I read was it's a tough read because the language is weird. But I cannot say enough good things about this movie. Me and Alex went to go see it when he visited here. We saw it in digital IMAX. And it was just it was, I had a smile on my face from start to finish. I saw it a second time again today, and the movie flew by. Like it's such a well-paced movie, especially for a movie that's non-linear. The source material is non-linear as well. So so a lot of people were saying that they didn't like that, where I was like, well, that's not necessarily a Nolan thing, even though Nolan
I was about to say, is this your first Nolan rodeo?
Yeah, bro, Memento.
That's why I thought this was actually perfect for him. This was perfect for him.
Yeah, but everything about this movie was phenomenal. It is there are only a handful of perfect movies to have ever been made. Jurassic Park, Back to the Future, The Matrix,
Toy Story.
I really think this is going to be one of them ones. I really think this is going to be one that is flawless. Like I can't think of anything negative. That's worth mentioning. Obviously,
maybe just the sound, maybe sound design. That's about it. Maybe just
no movie is completely 100% free of flaws. Even the movies that I mentioned, but again, the flaws that are there aren't even worth mentioning. Because
did y'all have issues with audio? Like y'all didn't hear the
I'm just saying.
For Christopher Nolan movies,
for Christopher Nolan film, that's usually the negative is the sound.
It's the sound mix.
That was my negative for Tenet. I could barely hear anything.
That was definitely the case with Tenet.
That was my negative for Tenet and both Dark Knight movies. The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises is that like the action was just so damn loud. But other than that, this movie, like just the cast from top to bottom is amazing. obviously, well, before I get into Odysseus, Matt Damon, let me talk about the other people. Tom Holland was excellent. Zendaya was excellent.
Yes.
John Berthol surprised me. I not saying that not saying that I didn't think he was going to be good. I wasn't expecting to like Menelaus as much as I did.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something,
I
Telemachus.
was waiting for it. I was upset. I was waiting for it.
Elliot Page, barely in the movie, knocks it out of the park. John Leguizamo, barely in the movie. He probably has maybe 10 minutes of screen time, knocks it out of the park. Anne Hathaway, one of my favorite performances in the movie. She got to get nominated. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I think she might have the best performance in the movie. And
it's
then
definitely my favorite performance from her. Definitely,
yeah,
for sure.
Then we get Matt Damon. Matt Damon ain't acted like this since Good Will Hunting.
Bro.
I said that.
I think he said that in an interview.
I said that to Alex. I said that to Alex as soon as the movie ended. I'm like, he ain't acted like this in almost 30 years.
Yeah, and I think he said that too.
He was really good in Oppenheimer. He was the stand-up for me in Oppenheimer.
He was, but like there's everything else he does is here, which is really good. Then there's Oppenheimer. Then there's Good Will Hunting and Odyssey. That's how good he was in this movie. We know that Christopher Nolan is a great filmmaker. And I see a lot of people saying that this is his most ambitious film thus far. I kind of have to agree, even though I think Tenet is extremely ambitious.
I would say Interstellar or Inception.
I would say Interstellar as well. I would put Interstellar in there as well.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say Interstellar because it's a lot like 2001: A Space Odyssey. I'm talking about like movies that are bringing something new that we haven't necessarily seen before, or bringing something that we've seen before in a completely innovative way. And he did that with Tenet, and he definitely did that with Inception. I forgot to mention that. And he definitely did it with this. This is going to go down as one of the greatest epics ever. This, like, I know that it sounds like I'm speaking in hyperbole, but hear me, because I watched it once, I slept on it, and I went and watched it again today. This is going to go down as one of the greatest epic fantasy movies ever filmed in the history of movies. Because not only is it a grand spectacle, but it is one of, if not the most emotional movie that Christopher Nolan has ever made. I know y'all not big on Interstellar. Interstellar moved me in a way that no other Christopher Nolan movie has moved me emotionally, even though Dark Knight is my favorite Christopher Nolan movie. If we talking about just straight emotion and themes, it's Interstellar in this and Odyssey, and this is one of, if not the most emotional thing he's ever done. I love the way he paced this movie, and I love the third act. This is the best third act he's ever filmed in any movie. 100%. And the thing that makes it so the thing that makes it so good is that it is so thematically solid that he gives us all the spectacle in the first and second act. Well, the second act, because the first act is about Telemachus, and then the second act is the actual Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the third act, which is a pretty long third act, he gets home, and there's no spectacle at all. It's just it's pretty much an hour or maybe 45 minutes of conversations.
Yeah.
And it is again, it's the best third act he's ever done.
Hanging on to every word, bro.
Mhm.
Man, it when he, bro, when they get to the competition for the suitors, bro.
Yo, the pluck of the bow.
Bruh. And he said, "Yo, let me try." When
Man,
he
the fact that they keep,
does, oh my
bro,
god,
not even that, not
He
even
said,
just that. We got the other suitors trying, right, and we just see Odysseus sitting there with the cloak, and you can't see his face. He's sitting there, waiting,
Aura, bro.
yeah,
chilling,
and that's the thing.
like,
That's the thing that
you
makes
ain't gonna get it.
that's the thing that makes the whole third act great is because it's so emotionally tense. That I've never felt that much tension in a third act of any Christopher Nolan movie, because usually the third act is it's shit blowing up and chases, and it's a big spectacle.
Mhm.
This wasn't that. This was I'm gonna give you guys all the special stuff earlier in the movie, and then I'm gonna give you a grand emotional catharsis for the last 45 minutes of the movie. And when he plucked that string, I wanted to run laps around that theater, bro. I was so happy, and knowing what was about to happen, it took everything in me to not look at Alex and be like, "Yo, he's about to fuck these niggas up," because I knew. Like I said, I had read it before, and I knew that he was gonna kill everybody in there. For me, it was more about how he was gonna do it, and Christopher Nolan did not let me down. I was so happy with everything, because I remember watching it the first time, and the first big thing we see was the Cyclops, and I'm like, yo, he's starting out with the Cyclops. I don't remember if the book was like that, but apparently it was. But everything that happened, the movie got increasingly better. And I was like, no, this is my favorite scene. Nope, this is my favorite scene. This is my favorite scene. By the time we got to the end, I was like, this whole movie's my favorite scene. But this ending is one of the most satisfying third acts I've ever seen in my life. I love this movie, and I'm so glad that I got to see it in digital IMAX. I got to see it in Dolby, and hopefully I get to see it in 70 millimeter. The tickets aren't going to be available for 70 millimeter here in Atlanta until the second week of August.
Yeah,
which is 3 weeks away.
I wanted to touch on that.
I really hope I get to see this movie in 70 millimeter. I cannot tell you how much I love this movie. I love the way he executed everything in such a believable way. This is the most believable fantasy movie I've ever seen. It is 100% like grounded. It's so grounded, but it's so grand at the same time. Like I was totally immersed for all 2 hours and 50 minutes of this movie, man.
So I wanted to touch on the 70 millimeter, right? Because I got to see it in 70 millimeter. I'll
catch you.
All right, bro.
All right, AJ.
So I've seen, I think I'm at 9 70 millimeter movies in IMAX, which, I feel privileged because, that's not something everybody can do, which is a shame.
I don't have that in my city.
But I saw Oppenheimer in 70 millimeter, and I just want to compare, and I seen Tenet as well in 70 millimeter. I just want to compare those Nolan movies to this movie. I don't think that now the IMAX format benefits this movie 100% because the whole movie is filmed in IMAX.
Right.
For those who don't know, every single shot of this movie is in IMAX, which is fucking crazy. I don't think the 70 millimeter benefited this movie that well because you look at Oppenheimer. For those who don't know, 70 millimeter kind of makes the movie look a little older, and it kind of dims the color grading and stuff like that. I think for Oppenheimer that worked because of the kind of movie that Oppenheimer is. It makes it feel more gritty. Even Tenet, to a point, it kind of made it a little bit better. And then I didn't see this in IMAX, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. I saw Rebel Moon Part 1 in IMAX, 70 millimeter, and I think that actually was really cool. But this one I didn't really notice that much of a difference with the 70 millimeter because I saw it in Dolby, and I didn't really notice that much of a picture difference. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't think the 70 millimeter really changed it all that much. But you know, I think the important thing is the IMAX, not the 70 millimeter. But it was still a privilege to see it regardless in 70 millimeter. He actually announced that the Prestige is getting one in January, and he's reworking it to be made in 70 millimeter, which I think is gonna be fucking nuts. See, the Prestige in 70 millimeter, I need that. That I think is gonna benefit that movie wholeheartedly.
Go ahead.
No, I was asking how do you guys want to talk about favorite scenes? I don't.
Yes.
We don't need to go plot. We don't need to go from beginning to end. We just go ahead and talk about some of our favorite moments, and go deep dive in some of those moments. You know, because I feel like I think that's what this movie does great. It has great set pieces, great moments, and small moments within those moments, like with the Cyclops. You know, they go into this. They go into the cave and they notice that you know, it's weird. There's bags of cheese. You know, and then these random sheep come in, and then we notice this giant figure walks in. And everybody's like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!" And it gets dark, and everybody's like, "Okay, what's about to happen?" And then obviously just start grabbing motherfuckers and start eating them.
The sound design before the Cyclops came in, I don't know how he achieved that perfect echo in there. It was like we were in that cave.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know how he achieved that, but that was fantastic. It didn't feel like he did anything to elevate that. It just felt like we're following these characters in that cave. I was actually kind of impressed with that. I was like, wow.
Yeah, like I said, the fact that most people don't know that was not CGI. That was an actual person being the Cyclops. Obviously, was shot in camera where all his stuff was not with obviously the other actors. Obviously, they put that within the same shot, and then they made a giant model when they had to stab it. That's an actual thing they made to stab it.
When I went on Twitter and saw that fucking thing for the Cyclops, I threw my hands up. I said, dude, if he makes this fucking thing practical, what can't he make practical anymore?
Yes. And I've been seeing skits online. Somebody, you know, was acting, you know, they were pretending to be the actor that was going to get eaten by the Cyclops. He's like, okay. He's like, so Christopher Nolan, where do I look? You know, where do I look, you know, to at which camera do I look? He's like, what are you talking about? For the Cyclops. He's like, unless you got a Cyclops lying back there. And he's like, we'll be on in 5. And it's like, he never really responds to him. And he's like, hold on, let me talk to the special effects team. Like, special effects team? Like, you know, he doesn't do that, right? He doesn't do that.
He gets on set.
He has an actual Cyclops.
He gets on set. Where's the camera? He looks up. Oh.
Right.
Man, that Cyclops scene is one of the greatest cinematic achievements I've ever seen, man. I've never seen, like, we've seen giants, we've seen forced perspective, we've seen miniatures and prosthetics. It has never been, I don't think there's ever been a movie that has blended all of the tools of special effects and visual effects together so well and so cohesively. The Cyclops scene was great, but I think the most impressive effects scene was Cersei's island.
Yes.
When
Cersei
Cersei turned them into pigs.
Oh my god.
That one, it was scary as shit. Like it was super creepy. I was like, this is A24 vibes, and I'm here for it.
The same shit.
like I'm here for it.
I was like, well, my brother hasn't seen any A24 movies, but man, there's your teaser, bro. Now go watch The Witch.
But the way he portrayed them turning into pigs, like it wasn't just like, because any other director would have just made it CGI and called it a day.
Yeah.
But he used certain shots and obscured certain things, and made Cersei like actually form their faces into pig faces. Pigs, like I was like that was amazing. The only time that I can think of where I was like that amazed was another Christopher Nolan movie, was The Dark Knight, the Two-Face reveal. Because like in my head, I'm like, I know it's CGI. I know that for a fact. But the fact that he made it look so real blew my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm 18 years old in the theater looking at this like, my conscious mind knows that they made this in a computer.
Yeah.
Because I know that he doesn't really have those holes in his face but how the hell did he make it look that real? And I had almost the same feeling watching this, even though I knew it was a combination of camera angles and prosthetics.
Yeah,
I was like,
how
the fuck did he pull that off?
I was watching
to make it look so real
with Tom Holland and Anne Hathaway, and they watched it and they even asked like, how the hell did he do that? Because obviously, if you look at the way it's shot, it's definitely shot in a way you can get away with it, seeing that how it is prosthetics, how it is just the actress literally pulling things and stretching and using animatronics to make that scene look as real as it is. But I agree, they pulled it off, because I ain't gonna, that scene, it frightened me, man, because you can see the horror with his men as they're eating. Like you can see one of the men literally trying eating. They're trying to stop, and you can see they're trying to stop, and they can. And I'm like, that's terrifying. The fact that you're trying to, that's like, I'm thinking like, I'm another Batman reference. That's like Joker giving you the laughing poison, and you laughing and you can't stop laughing, and you want to stop laughing, but you can't.
Yeah, like in Batman Mask of the Phantasm, when he gave dude in the hospital the laughing gas, like at a certain point you kind of felt bad for him, because like he was laughing so hard he was in pain. So I definitely feel you on that. But like there was one part in particular where I really was like, how the hell did he do that? When the pig hoof changed into a human hand.
You see it,
and it wasn't a cut. It wasn't a cutaway. No. It actually changed, and I'm like,
you see it.
How did he do that?
Yeah, he changed in camp. That's crazy.
The effect for me to what? First of all, the scene with Cersei's Island, I think that benefited me from not reading the book. I had no idea what, other than the Cyclops, really, I had no idea anything that was going to happen in this movie. So when they got to Cersei's Island, I was like, oh, something's going to happen. And I thought something crazy was going to happen because you saw all the armor on the floor. So I was like,
I mean, not even weird. That. They're walking up and they see a lion.
And I thought that was weird too.
And they don't get attacked. I want to look over at John like, something's not right.
That's
no wild animal just gonna sit there and allow live men to walk past them. That's never going to happen.
That was my first thing where I was like, that's weird.
Yes.
The scene for me that had the effect of just like, how the fuck did he do that, is when they're on the ship. I forgot what the thing is called, when they get attacked by the monster out of the mountain.
Yes.
That scene.
Scylla.
Yeah. That's, I was like, what the fuck? It looked like a rotating arm. Like it didn't look like an effect. It looked like a rotating claw, some shit just grabbed them all. And then it folds back and goes away. I was just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, how?
Boo, I cannot wait to have this on physical so I can watch the special features, because there's that scene right there. I need to know how he did that. I have to know that.
I showed the trailer to my wife, and she didn't seem that intrigued with it. But I told her, I said, "Well, I'm gonna wait for it to come out. Then we're gonna watch it at home. Because the worst case scenario, I take it to the theater. She not feeling it,
and she'll fall asleep.
Yeah, she'll fall asleep. So I'm like, okay, well." I'm gonna eventually show you this movie, but I'm just gonna have to wait till I get it physically to watch it, because I feel like it'd be better to watch it at home for her. But obviously for us it's different. But for her, I believe it's better for her to watch it at home.
You can take her to see it in 4DX. She'll stay awake.
I really think that she's gonna like it. I think that once it gets to the Cyclops, that's when she's gonna lock in. Because like
Yeah.
the first act is just all Telemachus.
Mm-hmm.
That might turn her off, but once they get to the Cyclops, she gonna lock all the way in. I know she is.
So I want to touch on Tom Holland, right? I don't think he was bad, but I think to me, while he's not bad, he kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. He needs to get away from Spider-Man, bro. I'm sorry. There were a couple scenes in this movie where he's just sitting there talking, and I'm just like, that's Spider-Man. And if it wasn't that Spider-Man, that's Nathan Drake. Like, I never fully bought into him as Telemachus, but I did like him. But he's the one, to me. It's weird saying he's the worst in the movie, and I'm not counting Travis Scott. He's in the movie for like 2 seconds. I'm talking about main characters that are in
I
it.
was fine.
Yeah, I thought he was fine too.
I thought he was fine too.
He to me was the worst of the main characters in the movie, but I still did enjoy him. But when everyone is up here and he's just kind of good to semi-great, was just kind of there for me. But like, I even like John Berthold more than him. It kind of took me a lot to buy into him.
Well, I think it's helped that John Berthold has more range than Tom Holland, in my opinion. I mean,
Well, yeah.
Have y'all haven't seen The Devil All the Time, right?
No.
Watch The Devil All the Time. That has Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson. And
that was a Netflix joint, right?
Yeah, in that movie, they give two of their best performances ever.
My favorite performance from him, even though the movie wasn't great, was Cherry. I really liked him in that movie. Even though the movie wasn't really good. But yeah, he was just the one where I was like, okay. You know, he's like the designated hitter on the All-Star team. That's what Tom Holland was to me. To where everyone is, I've been in 2 Nolan movies, I've been in 3 Nolan movies, and I've been all around. And it's like, well, this is my first one. Hi, welcome to the club. You know, the Cyclops scene, man. Nolan, if you're not making a horror movie next, I don't know what we're doing here, bro. Can you imagine a Interstellar an Inception type concept for a horror movie? To where it's such a mind-bending movie, but as a horror movie? That to me is the Prestige to a point.
Bro, if they making they making all these villain movies, right? We got a Clayface movie, right? Imagine Christopher Nolan's Mad Hatter movie.
Well, he said he's never doing a comic book movie ever again.
Yeah, I know, but like that would be the perfect movie for him to do.
Yeah, for sure. That Cyclops movie. Yeah.
Cyclops scene.
That scene, bro. He took a bite out of that dude like a fucking apple, bro.
Yeah. He took a bite of the dude and smacked one guy along the wall. Shot somebody and walked on the dairy. He got just tossed.
Yeah, he had a little body flesh on his lip. You just see it fall. I was like,
yeah.
That was his arm. That was his arm.
Just the way he looks, though, like the crooked eye, the crooked nose, like just visually how he looked was out of this world. You know, something I've never seen before. And like I said, when they stab it in its eye, man, I was like, oh no!
Dang, I haven't heard sound design like that since Gollum and Lord of the Rings, bro.
Yes,
man. That's definitely
screaming for Poseidon. It's just that was pretty horrifying.
What was I getting ready to say? Damn. Oh, I always fuck this up. What's the name of the Giants?
I know what you're talking about. The one with the armor. I know what you're talking. Obviously, what we have in the background. That scene was insane, bro. Like
that scene on the second watch was fucking hilarious, bro.
Yo,
it's the Lestragonians. That's what the Lestragonians. Yeah, that scene was fantastic. When the kid stood up and
he was tall as hell.
Relilicus was like, that's a child. Where is that? and then you see them coming out of the smoke, and they just throwing people left and right. And something that I noticed on the second watch,
the trees were moving,
the
bro.
trees were moving. I didn't notice that
I noticed that
first
because
time.
they got caught. They got caught in with the trees. That's why they couldn't move.
I noticed that they got caught and they couldn't move, but I didn't actually see the trees moving until the second watch. I
noticed that. I said,
how did he do that?
They control the trees around here too. They're fucked.
Yeah,
I said they're fucked. Some of these people are not making it alive, which is like it's so crazy when you watch this, knowing like, okay, most everyone dies in this movie besides obviously
everybody dies.
Matt Damon's character, he's the only one that survives, but it's like it's the journey that they go through, knowing like, man, these people are everyone's not going to make it out. It's kind of sad, when you think about it, because obviously all they're trying to do is just get home, but they go through all these situations, with even when they break Zeus's, they break in Zeus's law. They're talking about Zeus's law, doing all this stuff, especially after they mess with the Cyclops, like, oh, that's Poseidon's son. Like we got to go in the water, and it's like, oh yeah, we're
right.
We're
like
fucked.
It's over
like,
for
we're fucked. And what happened? They end up getting they have a time of their life trying to get to where they need to be. It's crazy.
Yeah, and the thing is like, and Menelaus says this too. He said, we made it home, but it was a hell of a journey getting home. Agamemnon was the first one to get home, and as soon as he get home, his wife kills him. It took 3 years for Menelaus to get home, and then he has the nerve to say that they had a righteous victory. Bro, that wasn't no righteous victory. Like, all of y'all was fucked. It took you 3 years to get home. Your brother's dead, and your best general is lost.
Right.
He ain't nobody seen him in 20 years, dog. Like, like that was not a righteous victory. But I thematically, that's one of my favorite things about the movie, is that like everything tied back to Zeus's law. That was the main thing in the movie, was Zeus's law. Treat people right. Just treat people right, because you never know who might be in your house. And that is what is haunting Odysseus. He has upheld this rule his whole life, and then with the sacking of Troy and the Trojan horse, that was the ultimate violation of that rule. He went into these people's house and
uninvited,
burn their city down, raped their women, killed their children, like, and it haunted him until he got home. And
I made to cut you off, but one thing I love is that the way everyone tells the story, it's in a different perspective. The way everyone tells it, like from obviously with the way Matt Damon tells it at the end, he tells it in tragedy. The way John Berthold tells it, he tells it in a victory. He tells it in the victory and not in a traumatic way, because he's not seeing it that way.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, that shot where obviously they're coming out of the horse and they open up the door and you see the silhouettes.
So I want to,
God damn, I swear to God, dude, goddamn, dude.
John, did you see this scene before the movie, like the prologue? Did you see that?
No.
So it's weird that they called it a prologue. I thought that's how the movie was going to open, and then we get
them in the horse
an hour. Yeah, then we get it like an hour in, which I thought was funny. Yeah, this prologue, man. I keep calling it a prologue. It's not a prologue, but I'm just gonna call it a prologue because that's how they marketed it when they showed it. This was just fucking epic, man, and the way Nolan directs his composers, whether it's Ludwig Göransson, who made an incredible score for this movie, or Hans Zimmer.
He's definitely getting nominated. He's getting
to
nominated
where they compose these scores to where you feel the music in your body as the scene is going. If it's not this, it's the opening score to Tenet. If it's not that, it's them even using the sound design in The Dark Knight with the Batpod when he's chasing the Joker, or the scene on the boat in The Dark Knight with that score. It was phenomenal, man. Now, as grand and epic as this scene was, I think I prefer the version in Troy. Just because
I knew you was gonna say that.
Just because, you know, as sick as this is gonna sound, they really conveyed the brutality of it. You know, now did I think Nolan was gonna start throwing babies in fire? No. But you know, we watched that scene. We were watching Troy last week, and I was just like, man, like I felt it. I was just like,
yeah,
damn, bro.
They threw like 3 babies in the fire.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
But that's the thing, though. That's the thing with the way we're hearing the story is we're hearing it from different perspectives as well. You know, of the war itself.
No, but I'm just saying if they were going to show it the way I described,
Christopher Nolan wasn't going to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He wasn't going to do that.
That's why I appreciate the version in Troy a little bit better. But that has nothing to do with the movie. That's just preference. The person I wanted to give a shout out to that nobody's really talked about, Himesh Patel, bro. Himesh Patel gives probably my second favorite performance in the movie.
Yeah.
To where this man, he just wants to go home. This man is Megatron in the Michael Bay Transformers movies. He just wants to go home. And Odysseus is throwing, like, well, not him literally, but his direction is preventing that at all costs. And at a point, he's like, dude, you gotta go somewhere, bro. You getting us all killed. And I loved him. I loved him in this movie. I thought he was phenomenal in this movie.
Yeah, for sure.
And just I love every time something insane happens, you just see him in a nutshell, just like, what now, dude? What you gotta say now?
No, I love that he's Odysseus's intellectual opposite.
I'm about to say he's kind of his conscious one of them.
Yeah, even though Odysseus, his greatest thing is his mind, because he said, like, you know, he told was it Eumaeus? Yeah, I think it was Eumaeus that he said, you know, if you're not always going to be the strongest or the fastest, so you got to be the smartest. So his cunning is how he won the war, and it's how he's gotten out of these sticky situations, but it's also how he's gotten into these sticky situations. And Eurylochus questions his leadership. It's like, yo, I know you that nigga, but we got soldiers dying left and right, bro. You need to stay your ass here while we go handle this. Yeah, and he's like, is this a mutiny? He's like, hey, ain't nobody said all that. You just need to stay here for the moment. And I really love how complex his character was, especially when they got on Helios's island with all the cattle. And Odysseus told him straight up, like, yo, if y'all eat them cows, y'all gonna die. And they held, you know, they kept their promise or whatever, and then they ran out of food. So they had, you know, they was like, yo, we got to eat something. But the fact that they was trying to hide on this island, it was like, yo,
the fact that he said, what, you thought you could hide from the gods? Like, no, we wanted to hide it from you.
Like, bro, do you know I can see you? Yeah. Like, y'all, like, bro, think about it. Y'all lit a fire at night.
Right.
Come on now.
I mean, we talk about that, but I mean, I think one of my favorite moments of this movie is when they go to Hades. You know, just
100%.
The visual of them rising from the dirt, which was all practical, was all them really hitting underneath that dirt.
Yes, Christopher Nolan really buried half the cast.
Really buried half of them underneath there, and it was like it was terrifying. I'm like, damn, I'm thinking, I was like, damn, he's doing this. Like, this is what he's doing, and I'm like, he hasn't made a horror movie yet, because this is horror movie stuff right here. Like, people rising from the ground.
He dug a ditch, then bribed all the cast with Criterions, and then buried them out.
Yeah. but yeah, I mean, I think Elliot Page did an amazing job in that scene. You know, like I said, that really floored me how he pulled that off. You know, the visual of seeing all the the dead men, lined up, and just seeing them, chasing after them. Like, man, it's a feat of what Christopher Nolan pulled off in this
Yeah,
movie, man.
absolutely.
For sure. Like,
Absolutely.
I absolutely love that scene. At that point, I'm like, this is the best movie of the year. After that scene, I said, this is the best movie of the year, for sure.
And even like we Tyler touched on a little bit, but the score for this movie, man, like it's it's so atmospheric. There isn't like a single uh like a full complete melody. It's all kind of like it's very textural. Like
Yeah,
you feel the music rather than hearing it.
yeah,
And I like that a lot. And I love how when they play that main melody of those four notes, they they use um they use Odysseus's bow in the score.
yeah, yeah,
I thought that was genius,
yeah,
and that just added to the emotional the emotion in the third act.
yeah, man.
We haven't talked about him. Robert Pattinson, bro.
Yes.
This
Get the
I don't know.
spears.
I don't know what kind of villain we're getting from him in Dune Part 3. Well, he's not the main villain, but I
No,
know
but
he's
he's
going
one
to
of them.
be a villain.
He's
One
a
of the
villain, yeah.
antagonists.
Man, talk about a sniveling little prick, huh?
Yes, bro.
Bruh.
Oh my god.
He was. The other person I want to talk about, nobody's mentioning Corey Hawkins.
Corey Hart, yeah, I knew it. I
Fucking
knew it.
love Corey Hawkins, bro.
I didn't even know he was in this movie, bro. I didn't know.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad I stayed away from the trailers because now that I'm watching, I'm like, damn, he was in the trailer. Charlie Theron was in the trailer. I'm glad I didn't watch the trailers as much as I did.
I love Corey Hart. I've been saying this since In the Heights. I loved him in The Heights. He's so amazing.
He's great in Straight Outta Compton.
He's great in Straight Outta Compton as well. I fucking love him in this movie. If anybody Nolan, keep this man on lock, bro. Please, bro. Please cast him.
Have him show up as characters in your movies.
Give him more work, please, because I feel like I haven't seen him in anything since In the Heights. Please, bro.
He showed up in Crime 101 with Chris Hemsworth. He was in that, and he's actually pretty good in that movie too.
He's fucking fantastic. He's just not doing a whole lot. I don't know if he's particular with his roles. I don't know, but he's great in this movie, man. He's fucking awesome. But yeah, Robert Pattinson, man, I thought he was fantastic in this movie. I really did. He was a prick. And we haven't talked about this either. The set design and the wardrobe. Yes. If anything is a lock for wardrobe and all that costume set design,
this movie's getting nominated for every single award. Well, every award I think it could get nominated. It's getting nominated for Best Picture. It's getting nominated for Best Actor. It's going to get I know they put a cast nomination. It's getting nominated for cast.
I just hope nominated. I hope Nolan wins director. If that because I really listen.
Because didn't Oppenheimer win Best Picture?
Yes, it did.
So he technically didn't win Best Director. He won Best Picture.
I thought he did win Best Director for that.
He won Best Director for that too?
I thought he did.
I'll
tell you right now. But
John, did Christopher Nolan with Best Director for Oppenheimer, or did he just win Best Picture?
I thought he just won Best Picture. Okay. I don't remember him winning Best Director.
Tyler's about to look it up because I don't think he won both. Because he's the producer on that movie too, so that's why he got his award. Because I think he's a producer on that movie too. Because only producers get it.
Yep, he won it. Best achievement in music, best motion picture, achievement in directing. Cillian Murphy won actor. Robert Downey Jr. best performance.
He did win best director. Okay, so yeah, that's okay.
I hope he wins it again. Just because one, to piss everyone off. Please piss everyone off and get please. I hope the meltdown will be glorious to sit there and watch. But two, because I don't want Oppenheimer to be his best picture movie, his only one anyway. I want it to be something that I personally connect with. But call me selfish, I don't give a shit. I'm not really big on Oppenheimer like that. But I want this to win best picture. if it truly deserves it.
It's gonna get nominated for at least it's gonna break the record for the most wins for that year. It's gonna get all the records. It's gonna get all the awards.
It's gonna sweep.
Moving away from the big set piece scenes, the two scenes to me that stand out. The one is his conversation with Anne Hathaway before the third act starts.
Yes.
Oh shoot! Okay, go ahead. You just
I love that scene. I was just sitting there getting. I love when the person tending to him sees that it's him because of his scar.
Yes, and he's like, "No, don't you say a motherfucking word." He's like, "Don't you say a motherfucking word."
Mentor noticed it was him too, right before, like literally a second before he died. He looked at him like, and then,
I like that too. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The scene with the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was.
It's like he was waiting for him to come home. Like, are you home? I can go away. I'm done. Yep. I served my purpose.
The other scene I love is when he meets up with John Leguizamo. Well, it's not that scene. It's the scene after when he's tending to him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he asks him, "Are you bringing vengeance?" He goes, "I'm bringing it all."
Bringing it all.
I was like, "Oh shit!"
So the scene that I wanted to talk about, which is this scene, is what the movie is about. The Song of the Sirens.
Yes.
That scene encompasses thematically. It encompasses every conversation, everything in the movie is right there.
The line of dialogue that he says of what he heard.
Yeah. So when he said, you know what? I'm about to find it on IMDb.
Yeah, you make sure. I want to say the quote correctly
because I don't want to.
That quote alone is meant to be put in. That should be something that needs to be a tattoo. Because
I'm about to find it right now.
That quote it can be implied in real life. That's a real life thing. Can be applied on life.
Eurylochus said, "What was the Song of Sirens like?" And Odyssey says, all the things you wanted to be, and then all the things you wish for, all the things you wish you never wished for. It was a delicious itch you want to scratch. You find it under the skin and can't reach it. So delicious, so the delicious itch becomes unbearable.
Yeah.
It told you what you want most, and what you want most you can't have, and that the most you can't have is what you already had and lost. It was a song of all the you failed to keep. When he said that shit, I was fucking done, bro.
Yeah.
I felt the lump in my throat.
Yeah.
He said, and it told me I didn't really want to go home. Mm-hmm. That is what the movie is about. Yes. That right there is why he got into all of that shit. His greatest greatest trait, which is his intelligence, ultimately was his greatest downfall. He is the ultimate example of being too smart for your own good, and he knew that. He did not want to go home to face Penelope after all the terrible shit that he did, especially the sacking of Troy. The sacking of Troy allowed Agamemnon to take control of the trading routes and send the entire world's economy into disarray.
I mean,
he single-handedly
literally destroyed civilization.
Yeah, he single-handedly ended the Bronze Age, and he knew it, and he couldn't live with it. But the thing that I love about it is that, and we didn't even talk about this yet, so I guess I'll bring it up now, is the reveal of why Athena looks the way she does.
Like what she looked like Zendaya.
Yeah, so that was a young girl that they beheaded in the sacking of Troy, and he witnessed it, and that is his grief and his guilt manifested.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I love about that is that she said, this is before the reveal, but watching it on a second watch, the reveal made that scene hit a little harder. She says that you gotta, in a nutshell, you gotta stop beating yourself up.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of this shit was your fault, but they chose to do the shit that they did.
Yeah,
To
you
get
talking about the scene
themselves
where
killed.
the scene where they're eating the cattle.
The
And
cattle,
she's
yeah. He was like,
walking with us saying, she's like, you know, she's like something like, I'm trying to think of what she said correctly. Like, why? How do you not believe in pain? You know, it's like those things.
He was like, why do God speak in ways that men don't understand? He's like, who doesn't understand thunder?
Pain,
Who doesn't
why do
understand pain? Who doesn't
Why do
understand grief?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, that
But
scene was awesome.
I love that she tells him, yo, a lot of this shit is your fault, but everything ain't your fault.
Right.
Stop walking around here with your head hanging down and go the fuck home.
At the end of the day, he just wants to save his men. That's all he wants to do. He wants to get his men home.
Yeah, but Tiresias told him, like, yo, they all gonna die. They're gonna eat some shit that they ain't supposed to eat, and they're gonna die. And he felt like it was his fault.
Yeah,
but it really wasn't his fault because they made that choice.
Right.
And what I love about going into the third act is that once he realizes this and he gets on Calypso's island, he realizes he's been there for 7 years, and he finally remembers, builds a raft, and goes home. He has to make the conscious choice to relinquish control. That is his whole thing. That's why he's too smart for his own goods, because he thinks he's smart enough to control everything, and he's not. His whole thing is about defying the gods and using manpower. That's what his intellect represents. His intellect represents the power that man has to move things forward and to innovate and all of that. But at some point, you gotta just let things be. You gotta let go. And when he finally let go, he just went on home.
Yeah,
Zeus
he was able to get home.
Like it wasn't no sail. He didn't have to go to another island or nothing. He just
floated home.
He just floated on home.
Yeah.
And that I love that. I love that Christopher Nolan knew exactly what the fuck.
Yeah, since you just brought up Calypso's Island, what are you guys' thoughts on Charlize Theron in the movie?
Dude, Charlize Theron breathes and gives a good performance, bro.
Yeah,
that woman.
I forgot she was in the movie. I've seen a clip before I saw the movie. I didn't know she was in this movie.
Yeah.
So when she does show up, I say, oh, okay, like cool. But I agree. She's great in all her scenes. Is with Matt Damon. It's so funny because they haven't acted with each other for like 30 years. Like I think the last thing they were in was like, what's the movie with Will Smith? What's that movie called? It's like one of the first things he did. She was in that with Matt Damon and Will Smith. They were in that movie together. That's the last thing that they did together.
The only Will Smith and Charlize Theron I know is Hancock.
I know what movie you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like in like 93 or something.
Yeah, yep. It was
before Bad Boys.
Before Bad Boys, before all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you right
but
now.
yeah, she was I thought she was great. But I agree with everything you said though. Like that scene, bro, it hit so much harder when he finally gets home and you see Athena sitting there. It's like she's like, where am I? It's like, you know where you at. You home, bro. Like you made it.
You don't recognize your own home?
You made it. You made it. You made it, dude.
Now the reveal of Athena's appearance, it calls to question, was Athena a hallucination, or was she really there?
Really the manifestation.
And she just took that form. Now, if she was a hallucination, does that mean that everything else in the movie was not necessarily a hallucination, but an exaggeration?
Yeah,
because the mythological stuff,
right?
We only hear about it from Odysseus,
right?
We don't hear about it. We don't hear about or see anything supernatural from any other character other than Odysseus'
Well, that's
perspective.
the thing. We can't. Well, obviously, because everyone doesn't live.
Right.
Obviously, everyone else has different journeys to get home, so they didn't experience what he experienced. So that's why. So I mean, obviously, if we really believe Matt Damon, we believe most of the stuff actually happened.
Now,
But
now the thing is, I already believed that it happened, but I was trying to be objective about it because,
right,
like you said, everybody's dead. There's nobody to confirm
right,
anything that Odysseus is saying. He's just
right.
it's oral, and he's just telling it to
Yeah,
Calypso.
yeah.
And when he gets home, he doesn't even tell Penelope.
No, nope.
Um,
But and I love when she says, so you, because remember the whole, there's a looming doom of people of the sea, and they're
mhm,
scared of this threat that's looming around. When at the end of the day, it was Odysseus' men who were the people of the sea.
mhm,
That's, and then when she says that, he says, yes, we were the people of the sea.
mhm,
That's what they were afraid of the whole time. It was them.
mhm.
Um, and I love that aspect, because it's funny. I was thinking about it when I was sleeping on it. I'm like, we never really resolved the whole people of the sea. Talking about
Mhm.
this looming threat. And I'm like, no,
They
that's what
were the
Matt
people.
Damon was
Yeah,
talking about. It was them the whole time trying
yeah,
to get home, and
yeah.
it's yeah,
Because everywhere they went, shit got fucked up.
yes, yeah,
And
yeah,
word gonna get around somehow.
right,
But I said I said all that to say that there is a hole in that theory of everything being exaggerated, because Zeus is represented by thunder.
right,
Calypso hears the thunder and she takes that as a sign, like, okay, I gotta let this nigga go. Um, we hear thunder outside of Odysseus's journey. When he gets back home and he's disguised as the beggar, or even before that, in the first act, with all the stuff with Telemachus, when he's trying to get them to leave the first beggar alone, we hear thunder, and
right,
the beggar was like, that was just a coincidence, right? That was just luck. He was like, it may or may not be, but it don't matter now.
right,
But then we get back to the third act where Odysseus is back home and he's disguised, and we get to the competition and we hear thunder, and the thunder is so conveniently placed. It's as if Zeus is I don't want to say an active participant, but he is listening closely to what is happening, and that makes me think that everything else in the movie was real,
actually
just
happened.
just, just by that subtle placement of thunder. We don't see him, we
Yeah,
don't hear him. All we hear is the thunder, but when it happens and where it happens makes me think that, well, if Zeus is present in this moment, then all of the supernatural stuff had to have been real.
yeah, yeah,
Because not just it wasn't just Odysseus hearing it. Everybody heard the thunder.
right, right,
So that
right.
makes me think that, okay, if everybody heard those coincidental thunder rolls, then all the other supernatural and the stuff had to have actually happened.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you.
I guess we could talk about the third act. I know John touched on it earlier, but just first of all, am I the only one that thought when he was disguised as a beggar reminded me of Ben Kenobi?
Yes,
A little bit, yeah.
definitely
I
remind me of Ben Kenobi.
I was like,
mean,
oh, he's in his Obi-Wan Kenobi.
not even
He's
that.
like,
I thought there was going to be many a times he was going to reveal himself. Like,
no, I knew he was gonna wait for that.
but it's so funny because the scene where he gives Robert Pattinson the piece of wood from his brother, I thought in that moment he said he gonna rip open that coat and just start dogging niggas. Like, no. But I'm like, no, it doesn't make sense, Jay, because this is not the right moment. It's fun. There's too many people here. There's too many people here to do all that.
I loved when Corey Hawkins he's like, this isn't mine. He goes, oh yeah, didn't that happen? He's like, shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah.
The third act, man, like I said, this was another thing to where most people were like, well, duh, of course that was gonna happen. I've never heard of this, so I didn't know any of this was gonna happen. So, when he grabbed the bow and he strung it, I was just like, oh wow, And then when he shot Corey Hawkins, first of all, shout out to my Thursday night audience. You heard us down the fucking block when that arrow hit Corey Hawkins. Yo, that theater exploded. You would have thought we was watching Avengers Endgame the way that theater reacted. I was like, yo, let's fucking go.
The theater we was in, the theater me and Alex was in, everybody was like, oh shit.
that and I've seen some people say, oh, Nolan once again can't do an action sequence because it was very bro. I will give people some credit in Batman Begins to where some of the action is a little
shaky.
That first fucking scene
literally
where he's
shaky.
beating up the dude, you're like, what the fuck is happening?
That's shaky. Supposed to be like that.
I know.
Yeah.
But that's a valid thing. It's like, okay, fine, I'll give you that. You can't see what the fuck is happening. This, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I saw everything and it was fucking awesome.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what I want anymore.
This is the most steady action scene he's made.
But it's not though, because even the action sequences in Tenet, you can see everything.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to something like this where it's a lot going on, it's a lot of people running back and forth, you got quick shots to different characters, you know, like you said, you got Robert Pattinson over in the corner yelling out, grab every single weapon. Where are the weapons? Go find them. You know, it's a lot going on, but you still can follow. Okay, that's, you know, Odyssey is arrowing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. You know, Tom Holland's character needs to run and go grab, stop the guy from getting the weapons. You know, we got John Leguizamo's character literally stopping him from like, oh yeah, you walk too loud, I hear your steps, you know, all that stuff.
Which
I love
that was awesome too. I couldn't pinpoint where I knew the dude from for the longest watching the movie. I was like,
Logan Marshall Green.
That's the fucking dude from Upgrade, bro.
Yeah.
That was great. I was like,
I looked at Alex. I was like, I didn't know he was supposed to be in this.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I said the same thing. I said that, and that's another one. I was like, damn, like how many people is in this movie, bro? Like, damn, like it's like who we got on speed now.
But before I keep talking about the third act, that is the one minute issue I have with this movie. Now, it's not an issue with the actors at all, but I feel like it is a tiny bit distracting that everyone in this movie is an A-lister. That to me is just a little bit distracting because.
But isn't that how we felt about Dune as well, though? Dune was kind of the same way. We had Oscar
really.
Isaac, we had, Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, but they didn't.
Zendaya, we had.
Yeah, but that
Rebecca
movie
Ferguson.
to me, it didn't feel like the actors. They really got into those characters for me anyway, and the world helped too. Them embracing, the Duneisms. This movie to me, while again nobody's necessarily bad in the movie, it was just kind of distracting that like, oh, it's Tom Holland and Matt Damon. Some of the people don't have that effect. Anne Hathaway didn't have that effect for me.
No, I feel like
Robert
Matt
Pattinson
Damon
didn't.
didn't have that
Matt
effect
Damon
either.
neither. He didn't have that effect. But just
you
them,
got people like Tom Holland and Zendaya, where it's like, okay, they're
some of them did.
Like,
I wish he would kind of dial back let's get everybody in this movie. It's kind of distracting. I understand everyone wants to be in a Nolan movie.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna turn if Christopher Nolan called you up and say you want to do this small role in this movie, you think you're gonna say no? Yeah, Lupita Nyong'o was only in 5 minutes of screen time. Not even.
I kind of get what Tyler is saying, but at the same time, it's not just because it's Nolan. It's because it's Nolan and the Odyssey.
And yeah,
this is one of the greatest stories in the history of storytelling.
Yeah.
It has to have a cast like this. Because look at how big this cast is. You got Mia Goth in this movie, and she's so far down on the billing.
Yeah.
And
Mia Goth, she's at the height of her career right now, and she got a role this big in this movie. Like that's crazy, bro.
I just hope for Nolan.
You have the opportunity to be in this movie directed by Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, no,
you gonna fucking take it, even if it's just for $1 million. Like I think she only got paid $1 million, but I mean, obviously $1 million ain't no money, but to probably what she's been paid for, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna take this role for sure.
I just hope for Nolan's next movie. To me, I get more excited that I see a Mia Goth or a Corey Hawkins in this movie more than all the A-listers in this movie.
Yeah,
because they haven't really done much. I just want to see, you know, I want to see some more of that. Like, look at Memento with Guy Pearce. Guy Pearce wasn't everywhere, but most people when they say
you can't compare the Memento to the Odyssey though.
I know. I'm just saying in terms of the acting and who's in it. My preference would be to see smaller people. I understand the Odyssey is the creme de la creme. I'm just saying for his next movie, not even this movie. I'm just saying for his next movie.
Yeah,
I don't want, hypothetically, as great as this would be, I don't want, Hugh Jackman plastered front and center. Like, give me an unknown, or give me somebody like a Mia Goth,
John David Washington, which that's why I was love that he was intended, because he only did Black Klansman, and then he shows up in Tenet. It's like, oh, okay, damn, like Christopher Nolan called him up saying, I need you to be in this movie.
Or the prime example, Dune with Timothée Chalamet. I didn't know who the fuck Timothée Chalamet was before Dune. Now this dude is in fucking so
I knew
much.
his face, but I didn't know his name. I was like, oh,
the prime example.
That's the kid from Interstellar.
They did Dune. He did Dune, and last year he had Marty Supreme. That was his own thing.
Yeah,
I want that for somebody else in a Nolan movie. I just wish for his next movie, Nolan would kind of dial back that aspect of, let's get everybody.
I can agree with John though that it's really the story though. Also,
it's
obviously,
the story
it's the story, because even when Christopher Nolan approached Matt Damon with it, once he said it was the Odyssey, he said, "Sign me up." He didn't even read a script. He said, "No, you're doing that. I have to be a part of that."
100%.
Like I have to be. I'm just
saying for him to dial it back, because he did this with Oppenheimer too. Oppenheimer.
I think that's another thing where it's like you had to be a part of this. Like, yeah, you're right. He had Emily Blunt. It's like Matt Damon. Like, it's just so many people showed up in that movie. It's crazy.
Okay, I get that, but just dial it back. That's all I'm saying. I get it. Christopher Nolan is up here. I get it, bro. But I would rather take a small cast of 10 people and half of them haven't been in much versus let's have a cast of 30 people and I've seen 25 of them in everything.
Yeah. I hear
three of them alone. 4 of them alone are in Marvel films.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. And if we was talking about Oppenheimer, I would agree with you 100%. But just because it's the Odyssey, I think this cast has to be stacked. You have to go all out for the Odyssey.
I just hope this doesn't happen again. That's all I'm saying. I hope it doesn't happen for a smaller movie. If he does something as big as Odyssey, by all means, cast all the actors.
This is another thing too. I'll also give Tyler's credit too, because I've given a comparison. Lord of the Rings, because a lot of the cast for Lord of the Rings, a lot of those actors and actresses weren't in much.
Unknown, yeah.
I didn't know who Viggo Mortensen was till I saw that movie. Obviously, Orlando Bloom, that was his first thing he's ever done. Obviously Elijah Wood was a kid actor.
That's crazy to think about, bro. That was the first thing he'd ever done.
That's the first thing he's ever done was Lord of the Rings. Then obviously he got Pirates of the Caribbean afterwards. Yeah. But that was the first thing he's ever done. So I can agree with Tyler, because obviously Lord of the Rings is Lord of the Rings. That was a big deal when they were making those movies. So I can agree with Tyler to it. I can agree with Tyler to it.
You look at Lord of the Rings, man. A lot of those people weren't established like that.
That's what you're saying.
That's what I just said. Yeah, that's what I was comparing it to.
They didn't become established
until after.
Like
that's the thing that made them stars.
Established them. Yeah.
Orlando Bloom got Pirates because of that. Obviously Elijah Wood was already established, and Sean Ashton was established because he's done things before.
They were kid
actors, but they weren't they weren't known to like the mainstream globally, until they did that. So I can agree with you to that extent for sure.
Yeah.
The third act was fantastic, man. It was emotionally satisfying. I loved when
I'm sorry, but when I knew she said it was gonna be a competition, I already know I said she gonna try to make him straighten the boat. She gonna make him straighten the boat, bro.
Yeah.
She gonna make him straighten the boat.
I did
I didn't
like
know
for
that. I didn't know that.
I did like that for 5 seconds. Robert Pattinson was humble and he was like, "Listen, we get it. You all made us look like a bunch of chumps."
Yeah,
you know.
He like just choose one of us, bro.
He was like, "Look, you ain't about to embarrass me. Like we gonna nip that in the bud. I'm not about to try this shit."
Yeah, that third act.
And then he gonna hide in the corner like, "Hey, get the sword, get the shields, nigga. You get the sword, you get the shield."
I thought the part where he shot Corey Hawkins and then all the fighting starts. It reminds me of The Dark Knight Rises when he comes in the bat and shoots the tumbler and all the cops start running. That's what it reminded me of. I was just like, "Yo, let's go, man!"
Yeah. I mean, even him doing the bow, like it's so. I love that he sets it up. You know, obviously he says he wants to do it. Everyone's laughing at him, like, "Oh my god, he's an archer!" Blah blah. And of course, he acts like he's struggling. And of course, you know, Penelope she gets so distraught, just turns away. Like, okay, I'm done with this shit. And then, like that moment, he actually does it, and you see Robert Pattinson's face, like, holy shit, I'm fucked.
I'm gone.
And he tries to leave.
He tried to get out.
Like, no, you can't leave, brother. And then he does it and hit the freaking. Oh, man, that was so that deserved an applause when he finally gets that moment in strings and hit the string. Like, man, I think some people in the audience did clap.
They definitely did.
Yeah, they clapped in that moment.
We definitely had an applause in there.
And when he, hits the arrow, and you see Corey Hawkins' character is like, "You're Odyssey," and then just get snapped. Like, oh, that kind of caught me by surprise. I didn't think that was gonna happen. But
it was the sound design too, bro. When that arrow hit him in the sound design, you felt the doof. I was like, oh,
yeah. Watching it in Dolby today really made me appreciate the sound design in this movie. Like you said, the Cyclops scene for sure. But I think the best scene, the scene that has the best sound design, is on Cersei's island when she's changing them into pigs. You hear the skin stretching and the bones cracking. Like, oh,
when she says, "Back to your disguises." Back to your disguises. Like, man, she's like literally showing you guys are pigs and your human form is your disguise. Like, that's terrifying. Obviously, I know the actress from The Walking Dead. She plays Alpha, and she's creepy in that show too.
Is that who that was?
Yeah, she's Alpha. Yeah, from Walking Dead, and she's creepy in that. She obviously just has hair in this. Yeah, but she's creepy in that, so she was perfect for this role for sure.
Only thing I've seen her in was The Whale. She was the ex-wife in The Whale.
Wow. Yeah. She was in The Walking Dead. She was the main villain.
She's fucking she's great in that.
Yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, that the third act is awesome. Like I said, the way it's set up when he's, he finally gets everything he needs to do. He's killing everyone. You can see people, some new suitor just start kneeling. It's like, okay, our king is here. We're done fighting. And like I said, that build up to Robert Pattinson getting axed, man. He says, "Tell your when you get to Hades, tell your brother I gave him your fucking shit."
Yeah,
and
when Tamilicus drops the sword through the ceiling, they was all like, "You know what? You got it.
I said he got a sword. I said it's over. It's over.
It's a wrap.
Y'all might as well just stop.
I mean, I would have bent the knee as soon as he shot the arrow. I was like,
for sure. Well, yeah, I think that whole, and it's so fun. I love they build it up. Obviously, he gets hit, he gets injured. And we get to the point where he gets to Penelope arms. It's so fun. I'm like, he's not gonna die. There's no way they're gonna do all that. He just dies right here. That doesn't make sense. And of course, he doesn't die. He talks about, obviously he did this on purpose so he can be in exile and his son can become king. So he can finally go away with his wife, which I think the way the story ends is, of course, they talked about that later in the movie, which, like I said, I don't know where we talked about the linear storytelling. I love the way it's told. I love that we keep seeing the same shot of Matt Damon on the stairs. He got hit by something, but he's on the stairs. We keep seeing that shot every single time, but we never see the context of it until we see it from, obviously, when he tells it. And I that's why I say that's why I'm ready to see this movie again. Like those moments where he's seeing Troy literally demolishing I love that entire scene of him just walking around, seeing the destruction of what he has called, what is happening, and it's like, man, this movie's fantastic, bro. This movie's amazing.
Yeah, I love that Eurymaeus's character. He pretty much tells us exactly what's going to happen in the third act, and it happens exactly like he said it would. He was like he's gonna kill a few men, but at the end of the day, they're gonna see him do that, and they just gonna surrender, and that's exactly what happens. Once he got that sword, it was a wrap. It was like, hey, you got it, dog.
Sure, man.
The last thing I wanted to talk about, did you guys get the Dune Part 3 prologue?
No.
We
didn't get no Dune at all, and I was looking at John, and I was pissed.
I didn't get any Dune trailer.
I wanted to see it in the theater. That's why I didn't watch it online. I thought
they were showing it in. I thought they were showing the prologue in all IMAX screens. Oh well,
we didn't get no Dune at all, and I was so pissed.
I will briefly touch on it. You guys kind of missed nothing because it wasn't bad, but it was just underwhelming. They showed the beginning of that samurai sequence in the trailer. It it's like the beginning of the battle, and then it kind of just cuts. And it's not in a way to where like, oh, I want more. It was just it. I out loud in the theater said, "That's it." Because they when they do these IMAX things, they hype it up. They're like, oh yeah, go see the Odyssey here to see 5 minutes of Dune. I was like, well, I guess you showed me 5 minutes of Dune. It didn't leave me like, yeah, let's go. It was just and I wasn't the owner. I was like, I told Kevin, I was like, is it me or was that kind of whack? He was like, yeah, that okay. It wasn't like when they showed the prologue to the Odyssey, and I was like, dude, let's fucking go. So that was kind of disappointing. I think they fumbled with that. That's just me. I was like, I think I would have been better you just showing me the new trailer in 70mm and calling it a day.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to see the new trailer. That's why I wanted to see. But yeah, we guys got any more thoughts? Anything you guys want to talk about with the Odyssey?
I need to own it like right now. I don't give a shit what the steelbook looks like. I'm getting the steelbook just on principle, and I don't ever do no shit like that. I'm doing that for this.
Sound like you pre-order. It sound like you pre-ordering it. It sound like you pre-ordering.
Oh yeah, I'm pre-ordering that shit.
They said it's coming out in November, I think.
Damn,
that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me because
I'm upset about that.
because they have to format the 4K to be IMAX enhanced the whole time.
That's true.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me.
It makes me upset because I want it sooner than that. That's only see. It doesn't seem far away, but it seemed far away.
I'll wait. It will be fine.
I'm
gonna see this movie enough times that it's on.
I want to
satisfy. It's gonna be a new the Batman. Where what would you see the Batman like? What 4 times in the theater?
5 times. I saw the Batman 5 times.
Every day we got in the chat, I'm going to see the Batman again.
You A-list members. So yeah, that's our thoughts on Odyssey. Obviously, spoilers. If you guys have seen the Odyssey, let us know what you guys thought about in the comment section below. What's your favorite moments, favorite scenes, favorite characters, favorite performance? We would love to hear from you guys about this movie. We want to keep talking about it, man. This movie is worth talking about.
Yeah, I'll be here for another 2 hours.
It's a masterpiece. Yeah, we got to move on. We got to move on to the last topic, of course, and of course that is physical media update. I don't know if anyone. I have one thing.
I got one thing.
So I got a couple.
Well, I'll go first. This is only one thing. I picked up The Bride for the 4K Steelbook when me and John went out Blu-ray hunting in Atlanta. They had this for about $12, so I picked it up. It only comes with the 4K disc, so that's probably
you
why
would be the one that finds it, the person who hasn't seen it. And
exactly, it's so funny because John was gonna grab it, and I kind of beat him to it because once they said that what on the back was the price, I said $12. Yep, I'm buying it.
Hands down. I ain't gonna lie, I was salty when you grabbed it. I was like, I would rather you have it than anybody else, so it's fine.
Oh yeah, I found it.
Yeah. All right. got me a couple things. The first thing I got is 4K of Obsession.
Hey.
This was my favorite movie of the year, and then I
Until
saw
the Odyssey.
Well, no. I had put Evil Dead Burn above it. I might switch it a little bit. I don't know. I gotta watch Evil Dead Burn again. And then the Odyssey. Point is, this is not my favorite movie of the year anymore, but this movie was excellent. I'm gonna be pissed if they put out a steelbook for this later in the year, and it's the wrapper to the One Wish Willow. I'm going to be pissed the fuck off if they do that.
They're gonna release a steelbook for it later.
They probably will because it's fucking Blumhouse. But yeah, this is the best. This is one of the best movies of the year. Fucking awesome. Loved it.
Sorry.
That was my number one until Odyssey.
I got my Michael physical media, and I got lucky, and I ended up getting both the steelbooks.
I fucking canceled my steelbook for Amazon.
I did too, and then they restocked it really quickly.
Yeah, I should have did that.
And did it.
By the time I did it, it was already gone.
I thought I liked this one more. I think I like this one more. That's just
that red one is fire.
This one to me is more creative.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, I'm so mad. I'm so mad, bro. I'm so fucking mad, dude. I'm so mad.
I'm got the buy for $12, so now I'm gonna keep doing this.
I'm gonna keep checking Amazon.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
I'm gonna keep checking Amazon, bro.
I like the Black Steelbook a lot too. The Black Steelbook is very simplistic and to the point, but this is the Lionsgate I know. This Red Steelbook. But yeah, Michael, I got 2 copies of it. I also loved it. It was great.
Nice.
And
my number one. My number one.
Last thing I got for the Criterion sale and physical media. I made one more stop to Barnes and Noble. I wanted to get 2 things. They didn't have the second thing I wanted. Why? I don't know. I finally decided to get it and nobody has it. But I did get the John Singleton Hood trilogy. This is, I think, normal price like $130. So
ain't none of the movies that good.
So say it again, dude. Say it again.
With the half off, I
Baby
got
Boy
it
is
for
in that
about,
fucking collection. Get the fuck out of here.
I got 60. I got it for 60, and then I had some stamps, so I ended up getting it for like 50-ish. Not bad. I have not seen any of the movies in this thing, but I wanted to get it because I know these movies are 2 out of the 3 I know are iconic. I don't know how people feel about Baby Boy, but I know 2 out of the 3.
Baby Boy is a hood classic. Black people love that movie.
It's not a good movie, though.
I'm not a part of that.
It's not a good movie.
That demographic.
But I know for a fact people really like Boys in the Hood, so there is that.
Yeah, Boys in the Hood is the best one.
And Poetic Justice is good too.
I wanted to see
Poetic Justice is underrated. Actually,
I agree.
It ain't worth $130, but
no.
I wanted to watch Poetic Justice because Tupac is in it, and I know his performances were great. I actually just watched Juice the other night. That was very good. Tupac is very good in it. This man is an absolute fucking menace in that movie.
I don't give a fuck.
You talking about a sociopath? You talking about that's a psychopath? Sociopath.
Yo,
psychopath.
I wish I had a fucking camera on me watching Juice, bro. When I'm not gonna spoil Juice because I didn't know anything about the movie.
Yeah, I already know.
When the first big thing happens, I out loud said, "What the fuck, bro?"
It's crazy because how many times you seen the meme of Tupac when the locker get closed? How many times you seen that meme? Several times, and that's
now
from
you
that movie.
Now you got it in context.
And just every time he kept doing those things, I was just like, "Why? For why? What are you doing, bro?" Yeah, Juice was very good, and I'm excited to check out 2. I'm not really excited to watch Baby Boy, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm excited to watch the other 2.
Man, you're not missing nothing, man. Like I said, I know people. There are people that love that movie. The thing about it, I think people like it because it's bad. That's just my theory. Like it's not a terrible movie. It's just not really that good.
You got Ring Reigns in this movie, right? Bro, there's a scene. He's a scene where he's like he gets in a fight with Tyrese, and you see me like, man, you want to mess with a nigga? Got 3 strikes, go to jail for life, man. You want to fuck with a nigga, don't you? He literally is going crazy, And it's funny. It's not it's not taken seriously. To me, it's hilarious.
Yeah. And I think
the whole movie is like that.
That's what makes the movie. It's a drama, but it's funny, and I don't think that's it's intentional.
The movie starts with Tyrese in the womb,
Bruh.
Huh?
as a grown man.
As a grown man, he's in the womb.
He's in the womb
man.
as a grown man.
Yeah,
Well,
that part of the movie is very art house.
Well,
It's
that
very
movie
art
will
house.
Definitely be
You
the
know the
last
story
movie
of
I'm
this
watching
movie,
in
right?
that.
Tupac was supposed to be him. That was supposed to be Tyrese's role. Tupac was supposed to play him, but obviously he died, so he couldn't play the role.
Well, I don't. From what you're telling me, I don't think Tupac missed out on much.
He died. He dodged that bullet for sure.
For sure.
And I think that was for better because
Yeah.
from what I've heard, Tupac was in nothing but excellent things. So
I think everything he's
Tupac
done is
Tupac
he's done was
would
great.
have been an Academy Award winning actor if he was still
He
alive.
would have stayed acting if he was alive. He would have stopped rapping. He would have went straight to acting. He would have been on like he'd have been like LL Cool J or like Ice Cube. He would have been like but he would have been better than those guys.
I was about to say he would have.
I'm saying he would have went in that trajectory. He would have stopped.
He would have been Will Smith.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He'd have been Will Smith for sure.
For sure.
I got two. First one is something Tyler got me. The criterion for following. I forgot to show this on the last stream. Forgot I had it. This is I want to say it's my third Criterion movie that I have after Night of the Hunter and Curious Case of Benjamin Button. So yeah, got that.
Brother, they got him.
And this movie
John, no.
isn't this movie isn't very good, but I still really like this movie.
No, you cut out, bro.
Oh shoot, I cut out.
Yeah, your picture cut. Yeah, you were talking about following.
Oh shoot, my bad.
I can see him.
Now you can. He cut out for like 2 seconds.
Oh, you're good now.
All right. This movie isn't very good, but I still love it. And it's more of a conceptual thing that I love about it rather than the movie itself, and that is Legion. This has one of my favorite actors in it, Charles S. Dutton. I love Charles S. Dutton.
Got Tyrese in it too.
Yeah, Tyrese is in it too. Again, this movie's not that good, but I still love it. So
the way it opens, bro, insane.
It opens crazy.
The diner scene is crazy. It's funny because I own Priest. That movie is horrible too. It's another Paul Bettany movie.
I started watching that and I turned it off. I was like, this horrendous. I was like, this ain't drawing me in. Like Legion had me locked in.
It's watchable. That Legion is watchable. Priest is not watchable, bro. That's not a watchable movie. Don't even Tyler, if you've never seen, don't even bother.
I've heard of them both.
Yeah,
I honestly think you would like Legion.
You'll like Legion over Priest for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it. So updates.
Yeah, man. So next Sunday will be, well, not next Sunday. This Sunday will be our watch along for Shang-Chi. I know we said we was gonna do it last week, but I didn't realize Alex was still gonna be in Atlanta with John. So I was like, let me just let them have their time. John actually proposed doing it anyway. I was like, no, anytime we're with one another, we don't want to do.
Because I could have been sitting right back there. I could have been in front of you.
I was thinking about it. I was like, I do got an extra mic. You could have been sitting right.
No, yeah, I could have been.
I don't want us. I don't want us working when we're in another one of us houses.
We ain't working. We were chilling, watching the movie together.
Yeah. No, bro. But Sunday will be Shang-Chi, and next Wednesday will be Eternals.
Yes.
Which is nuts. I can't believe we're finally at Eternals, man.
I am so excited for Eternals.
Our Loki season 1 recap review will be coming very soon. I posted a severely underrated for Insomnia. Go check that out if you have not already. John posted his In Defense of Troy, which you guys are killing it on, so thank you for that. Also, you guys are killing it on our franchises through the years for Mad Max. I greatly appreciate that. I hope you guys kill it on the next one, which is coming soon. yeah, that's pretty much it. We got Shang-Chi next Sunday or this Sunday coming up. Eternals that's that Wednesday. Multiverse of Madness that next Sunday, and then spoiler talk for Brand New Day that Wednesday.
Yeah, I obviously I'm gonna keep doing nerd talk news every week, so look forward to that. And I do have another in defense of that is relevant to a big movie coming out in a week or so. So be on the lookout for that.
I don't think I have anything planned. I have a severely underrated in the back of my mind that I want to do, but um, you guys will see it when you guys see it. If I do plan on doing that one, um, not obviously next week. I'll be making another physical media video because we're getting into August, so I'll be making another physical media talking about what's coming out in August. Um, I think that's all I have for Nerd Talk. Yeah,
Cool.
so that's it. So if you guys enjoyed the stream, please hit that like button, please subscribe for more. We're almost there, guys. I think we need about 37 more subs. Am I right? 37 or something like that?
Yeah, we're at like 963.
Yeah, we need about 37 more subs to get to 1,000. We're almost there, you guys. If you guys can help us out, we'll really appreciate that. Share the channel, tell your friends about us. We really would love the support. Follow everyone on their social media platforms, their YouTube, TikTok, Instagrams, all that fun stuff. And I hope you guys have a good night, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.